Senior Championship Camogie finals that will be taking place here from 12:30. The first game up is between Louth and Offaly. The man in the middle for that game will be Max Malloy, and then from 2:30 we have Carlow and Kilkenny, and the action there will be officiated by Barry Nee of Westmeath. My name is Killian, Whelan. Hopefully you will stay with us throughout the afternoon for what promises to be a cracking day of Camogie action here, especially I think the second encounter between Carlow and Kilkenny. Two sides, of course, of players that would know each other through schools and colleges action over the last number of years, so it promises to be a right encounter indeed. The standalone fixture of Louth and Offaly, be interesting to see can they bounce away and get some silverware from their disappointing league campaigns, but again we'll see how that plays out from 12:30. We're live from 12:15. Do stick with us. And welcome back here to Carlow. The man you see on screen is Offaly manager Barry Kinsella. Barry, let's not talk about the league for a minute, but a Leinster final to be played and obviously a bit of silverware to be won.
Oh God, yeah, it'll be great for the girls. It's in fairness to the girls, they're asked to come in at the last minute and can put this junior team together, and to follow the process. It's a long-term plan, and they're the foundation, and it'll be great for them. After the tough year so far, they stayed at it, and it'd be great if they could pull it off.
Yeah, and again, as I said, you can't take away from the fact that there's a cup there. It would be nice to have. It would be a nice little shot in the arm, probably heading into the All-Ireland series.
These things are very hard won, no matter what level, who you're playing against or anything like that. They're very hard won. We're coming up here, fellas is excited, and hopefully, you can pull it off. As the girls would look at it, it's a Leinster medal, an All-Ireland medal, any sort of a medal in their back pocket is important, So. And
you won't be taking Louth in any way for granted. I know they might be occupying divisions below or anything like that, but of course they're trying to, sprout shoots. Let's say
you have to show respect, no matter who or what it is. They put in every effort there. They have girls there that have probably. They're shooting away there for years, keeping the game going, and that's what it's really about in the long run. It's about keeping the game going, and it doesn't matter who it is. They will be tough to beat, guaranteed. And you show everyone respect. If you don't show the respect, you know yourself, you'll get it. It'll come back to haunt you.
Well, thanks indeed, and the best of luck, Barry.
No problem at all. Thanks.
Now it's time to hear from the Louth camp, and I'm joined by Louth manager Pádraig Dowdall. Pádraig, great occasion in the sense, there's a bit of silverware over here to my left-hand side to be won, isn't there?
Oh yeah, it's always nice to be competing for a bit of silverware, and I have to say the pitch here and the facilities are top class, and listen, it's a lovely day weather-wise, and we're prepared and ready to go and really looking forward to it.
An opportunity as well, and I'm not trying to demean Louth Camogie or anything like that, but you're trying to drive the game on, keep it going, to bring home a piece of silverware would be something else I'm sure too.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously Camogie probably not the number one sport in Louth, but this is my second season with the team, and I suppose last year my goal was maybe to get a panel together, which we've done. Now we've 29 girls here today, which is a fabulous achievement, so if we could get a wee bit of silverware now to top it all off, it'd be just brilliant.
And where are you fixed? I know the league campaign was tough, but the next few weeks, obviously into the All-Ireland series, everything is going to come at you quick and fast.
Oh, absolutely. Right, next Saturday we've Clare at home next Saturday, so it's only 7-day turnaround. But this is ideal preparation because we were looking for challenge games. We've got a couple, but you can't beat the competitive game which we have here today. So it's a brilliant lead into our championship and something we're looking forward to.
We wish you the best of luck.
Thanks a million, boys.
And you're welcome back here to the SETU Carlow and the fine facilities here out on the Kilkenny Road out of Carlow Town for the Leinster Intermediate and Junior Championship finals, which are taking place here this afternoon. The junior final is the game that will get us underway. That throws in about 7 minutes time. Match official is Max Malloy, and he's out there in the middle at the moment talking with his match officials. He'll be helped out by Jason Buckley of Dublin, Brian Deering and Shane Foley of Carlow. And don't forget then, coming up at 2:30 we have Carlow and Kilkenny. So, we're venturing down the field there with Luke and Owen on camera and production duty here with us today, and we're looking at Offaly. So let's start with their team, and they are named as selected. So they will begin with Caoimhe Kinsella of Burr in goal, the full back line of Rebecca Carlow Kinnity, Cara Hoare of St Killian's and Sarah Doherty of Kilcormac. It's Marie Cantwell then of Tullamore. She's the joint captain. At the number 6 shirt will be worn by Anya O'Connor from Nave Breed, and Sarah Meikle of Kilcormac is out on the left wing. At centre field then it's Sasha Connolly of Lusma Drumcullen and Tara Butler of St Rynagh's. The half-forward line made up of Emma Nevin of St Rynagh's, Leah Gath of Lusma Drumcullen, the joint captain, and out on the left is Chloe Fogarty of Tullamore, and the inside forward line made up of Rachel Fogarty of Tullamore, Andrea Kieran of Shinrone and Ava Kennedy of Burr. They are managed by Barry Kinsella. We turn then to Louth. And at the far end of the venue here, we can call on the following team. Then they will be in red and navy, as you can see. And the team has one change to what's up there on your programme. That sees number 23, Lily Carter of the St. Kevin's Club, coming in for number 4, Katie McMahon of Cooley. But the team will have Mairead McMahon of St. Bride's in goal. Deirdre Dunn, her clubmate, will be in the right cornerback position. At fullback, it's Claudia Fennell, the vice captain of St. Anne's. And then Lily Carter, wearing number 3, replaces Katie McMahon. The half back line made up of Leah Marr of St Anne's, Orla McGeaney, the captain of St Bride's, and it's Megan Malone of Mattock Rangers. It's Mattock Rangers 1-2 in the middle of the field, Ella McCarthy and Nicole Vulture, and then in the half forward line again it's another Mattock Rangers player, Jane McKeown. She'll wear the number 10 shirt. On the 40 it's Anne Quigley of St Bride's, and Denise Moyna is out on her left hand side, also of St Bride's. And St Bride's continue to run then into the inside forward line with Rebecca Mooney wearing 13. The full forward is Claire Ward, and Aoife Dillon of Mattock Rangers will wear the number 15 shirt. They are managed today here Louth by Pádraig Dowdall. So my name is Killian Whelan. Hopefully we'll enjoy the action here, brought to you by Leinster Camogie on their YouTube, and well, feel free to comment and let us know where you might be listening through the various channels of Leinster Camogie, available on Twitter, Facebook and also on Instagram, and of course you're watching, I'm sure, on YouTube. So we're looking at these two teams. Of course, Louth played in the 2022 final against Wicklow, lost heavily that day, but as we heard from Pádraig Dowdall, you know, his target last year was to get a panel together, and he has done a significant good job on that. 29 players out there, and there's Pádraig on camera at the moment. He's very much a man that's heavily involved as managing it, also in getting the girls ready and raring to go in their warm-up here. But I would imagine they are in probably a better shape than that scoreline suggested last year, but they did lose, of course, all their games in Division 3A of Group 2, but again, as he mentioned in his interview, it's probably looking into the All-Ireland series where they host Clare next weekend, so good opportunity for them here today against an Offaly side that would have obviously played Clare throughout their league campaign. Offaly lost all 4 games in their Division 3B and did rack up a decent score, but also lost to some big scores as well. But as we heard from manager Barry Kinsella, again the target was looking at maybe this competition and later on as well into the All-Ireland series, and you know, getting commitment now from girls who have come back into the setup and seeing it maybe as an opportunity for them to progress later in time. But here today to try and win that Leinster trophy. That is down below us here, just on the podium, and it'll be a target, as he said, for both of these teams here this afternoon. But Offaly going into their huddle there, and the last few words I'd imagine coming from the captains, Maria Cantwell and Leah Gath, and they will be keeping an eye on Anya O'Connor as well. Will be a player that stand out. Andrea Kieran will see him, maybe a little bit of her out the field. Will probably spot Chloe Fogarty on the freeze. And from a Louth point of view, that midfield partnership with the two Mattock Rangers players, along with Orla McGaney of St. Bride's, and as well Claire Ward of St. Bride's, it will be players that we'll be keeping an eye on for this encounter. So if you're here with us today, this lovely appointed facility here, of course, at the South East Technological University. It's a bit of a mouthful now, but of course it is SETU, and it is the Carlow branch of that. And fine facilities here, of course, that have been here now a couple of years, but every time you come back to it, you seem to be further in awe of the facilities that are now available to young people who are heading in the next couple of weeks. There'll be a few making up a lot of minds anyway, with the leaving certs not too far away for a lot. And if any of them are watching here today, we wish you the best of luck in a few weeks, graduations in schools and all that in the next while, and all those exams. But well, tell you, if you're heading and putting Carlow on your list and you're any way inclined in sport, this is a fine facility here. And fair play to them for opening the facility for Leinster Camogie here to have their intermediate and junior finals. Of course, last weekend you got to see the senior encounter that Dublin put up a spirited performance for a good while against Kilkenny, but Kilkenny then eventually led their way to another provincial crown. So who will be provincial winners here today? Well, can Kilkenny win the intermediate? They're up against Carlow, of course, who will be buoyed on by the fact that they are league winners. They've had a fine year so far, have Carlow, and really putting themselves in a good situation. Won, of course, the Division 3A final with a closing victory against Armagh there. Tight enough game that was all through. But that game coming up at 2:30 up against Kilkenny side, of course, who have been at the top end of things, making All-Ireland finals and competing in the latter stage of All-Ireland series in recent years. And really, since Brian Dowling and a couple of lads got involved there, they've kept those two teams ticking along nicely at senior and intermediate. And that game will come from 2:30. And it sees Carlow, of course, taking on Kilkenny. But the game we're going to worry about now, and Max Malloy just getting ready to call them in, the referee of the match today from Wicklow. So players from Offaly about to get into their positions. Louth going through their last few words now with their captain, I'd imagine, and we're not far away from getting underway here. So again, let you know, Max Malloy, Wicklow, the match official. Standby referee is Jason Buckley of Dublin. Brian Deering of Carlow is the line official. He's here just underneath us. You can see him there with the flag in his hand. And that fourth official is also a Carlow man, Shane Foley. Just about to get underway. Match officials looking well in their bottle green jerseys. Max Malloy getting the fresh, brand new slitters and readiness for this Leinster junior final between Offaly and Louth. So Max slicking down the field to the left hand side, the town end of the ground, I suppose you could call it. And our right hand side, heading out here towards, I suppose, the Kilkenny Road, Monacurra direction. With Louth now in and raring to go. And Max Malloy got that ball in there, and Ella McCarthy was the one that straight away finds Denise Moyna. Ball is dropped, and a bit of a crash into the back there by one of the Offaly players. It looked like Marie Cantwell was going in or trying to win that ball back, but judged by the referee to have nudged in the back, and it's going to be an early shot here for Louth. So standing right in line with myself here, about 68 metres out. Decent puck on that, in around, dropping on the 20 metre line. Ball might roll away. A couple of girls getting around it. Thought about having a swing at that, and it's the player that's in, Lily Carter, going to have a ball across, but the referee says there was a foul in that, and Louth having a chance. I had players in there. Lily Carter Judged by the referee, I think, to have fouled that ball. So it's going to be a free out. And it's going to be taken by goalkeeper Caoimhe Kinsella from the famed Borough Club. Out into the middle, ball drops deep. Trying to get a touch, and that was Leah Gatt. Ball eventually is played on by one of her colleagues. And a lovely little flick now. Here's Gatt, keeping control on the edge of the hurl. Getting away from the challenge that was coming in. Taps it over the bar. Orla McGeaney was trying to track her down, but there was nothing that could stop. And Leah, lovely little control. She has that in the locker, there's no question about it. A player that has plenty of experience getting through, and despite the fact that Orla McGeaney was maybe giving her a little bit of tap after a minute here, the opening score of the game coming from Leah Gatt. Lovely control, and was able to take it on board. Louth now looking to get out, but here's Gatt again, taking on control and getting away from McGeaney. Top of the D, coming onto the 20-metre line. Is this her second score? In a matter of seconds, it is. It's tapped up and over the bar, and she is one that Louth are going to have to try and keep that ball away from. And Leah Gatt returning then that puck out here. So run coming over here on the Louth side from Rebecca Mooney, but the puck out goes into the middle. Lily Carter was also looking at it as well. So it's Offaly now just getting a bit of a foothold here in the early stages. Interchange of passes now, looking to get a charge on here. Chloe Fogarty, opportunity still coming. She went to have a puck at that. She knew she had overrun the catches and steps there a little bit. Tried to bat it maybe towards that bottom corner, but it's been taken away by the Louth defence. Cleared out there by Claudia Fennell, the vice captain, finds a colleague. But Offaly there, surrounding in numbers, and again it's Gatt looking to get her third point in quick succession. She's still going. Gatt looked to surely have overstepped it there, and the referee eventually calls it back. So not a third score in quick succession for Leah Gatt. So the free to come from Mairead McMahon. Out in the direction of Lily Carter, but it's taken away from her. Lily trying to get up there and get tracking. And eventually it is turned over by Leah Marr. And down here it goes towards Anne Quigley now. Louth trying to get on the attack. Did have an attack, but came to nothing. Trying to get in there and kick it on is Denise Moyna towards Claire Ward. Ball is in Louth, hands down in possession. Offaly defence all over. Trying to get a hand on it there, Rebecca Mooney. Ball breaks away from hers on the 20-metre line. Getting in there and trying to be strong on it with Clara Hoare. Ball is knocked backwards then by the Offaly defence. But it's going to be picked up by Louth's Jane McKeown. Playing the ball. Try to get a score, but it's blocked down there by the Offaly defence, and it's going to be they that are able to come back from the left corner position and drop it down the wing here. Looking to roll off it and charge forward here now is the Offaly number 12. That's Chloe Fogarty from the Tullamore Club, a lady that has a long strike of the ball, looking to drop this ball in. It's a dangerous one. It's in over the top of the defence. The Louth defence at 6s and 7s here, but the Offaly full or corner forward there, Rachel Fogarty, just wasn't able to get control of it, and the Louth defence living a bit of a charmed life at the minute, but have been able to get away 2 goal opportunities possibly that have been accruing for the Offaly girls. But the referee Max Malloy then eventually says that Louth were fouling the ball there, and it's going to be a free in, or probably even more fouling the player. And it's a chance I'd say Fogarty's going to go across and take this. Chloe Fogarty here from the Tullamore Club. And being told over there by match official Jason Buckley just exactly where to be in line with 2 points and no score here. 4.5 minutes gone, and we're at the SETU Carlow GA facility for these Leinster finals. This is the junior between Offaly and Louth. Offaly leading by 2 points and no score, and Fogarty, has she split the post? The umpire goes for the flag, and she has. Chloe Fogarty joining her half forward counterpart Leah Gatt on the scoreboard. 3 points and no score here after 5 minutes. Louth have had a couple of chances, but just haven't had it in the closing stages to be able to knock it over the bar. The puck out then to come from their goalkeeper Mairead McMahon. Out to the middle it goes. Flick on there, and it might suit Carter to be able to get it. Lily Carter is in from the start for Katie McMahon, looking to come up along the wing, but ball is knocked off for hurl there by good defensive play there by Offaly's defence there. Looked like was it Rebecca Carroll? Brian Deering there just reminding the Offaly player to step back just from the sideline cut that's been played in there by Jane McKeown, the Matter Granger's player, trying to find maybe Claire Ward in there. Ball is on the ground, but the Offaly defence have done it again. They're swarming in numbers there, getting in around the Louth players and just disrupting the matters as the ball is knocked forward. Gatt didn't keep an eye on the ball. She decided to run on because she thought it might come to her, and it might still work out here. Ball has been kicked on there by Fogarty. Give it to Ava Kennedy. Kennedy now to Gath. Gath sitting inside the D, looking to play the ball inside. It's a lovely little play. Opportunity for a goal, and it's absolutely buried. Back in the net. Well taken effort there by Offaly. Again, a chance for Louth at the far end of the field. Worked eventually down through the lines, and it is Andrea Kieran of Shinrone that knocks that ball to the back of the net. She's standing all on her own, and there wasn't a whole lot Mairead McMahon could do with that. Goal here then after just 6 minutes of action, and it's Offaly that lead 1-3-2, no score. But as I said, Louth have had chances. Now they're getting forward and quickly looking to offload the ball, but it's good play there by the Offaly defence. Eventually picked up and charging on here, Denise Moyne, top of the D, going to have a try to get the ball inside. Decent ball in, could be an opportunity. Buried to the back of the net. Buried to the back of the net by the Louth forward there. The number 15, Aoife Dillon, was the one that got that. It was a ball I don't think Denise Moyne meant to find her in that position, but Aoife was right in there behind it, and that's a good response after the point opportunities have gone a begging after Offaly getting their goal. Back down the field, ball in the back of the net, trying to find a goal scorer up here though at the other end, Andrea Kieran, and she's in there trying to dig it out at the minute. But Louth doing well to disrupt the action for the minute, and without her hurley, she's taking it on board. Lovely bit of football skills shown there, and she gives it to Rachel Fogarty. Fogarty plays it across, but the Louth defence going to come out at the top of the D. Bit of a charge on that, and Gath has it again, looking to get inside. She is being fouled. In fact, it was Fogarty that was fouled there, and the referee giving a free in and a chance. I'd imagine it'll be Fogarty that might take this. She is the lady that they tend to turn to for the frees. But this game is really livened up here now in the couple of minutes. 2 goals, and I have to say 2 decent efforts in this Leinster Junior Camogie final between Offaly and Louth. The free to be taken then by Fogarty, and has she got her second of the morning and the afternoon so far. It's up and over the bar. So Offaly now on to 1-4, but that goal just probably might help Louth settle into this game. The puck out to come from St. Bride's Maeve, Mairead McMahon. Over to the far side of the field, to the lady that set up that goal was Denise Moyne. Ball breaks away from her though, and the Offaly defence have it and return it into the middle, looking for Fogarty. Gets a bit of a touch on it, might knock it in the direction here of Ava Kennedy. The Bird player was trying to get in there and kick it on. Fogarty in there as well, but it looks like maybe McGeeney's come away with it. Going to get a play away on it. She goes at it the second and third time, trying to be helped up by some of her colleagues there. Corner back, but it's Gath that gets away. Gath looking to charge forward. The referee says she's overplayed the ball. And Max Malloy has been alert to that in the couple of minutes that we've been on. So the free to come for Louth. 1-4-2, a goal here. The Offaly goal from Andrea Kieran, and then within 60 seconds, ball in the back of the net at the other end from Aoife Dillon. Ball breaks in favour of Offaly, but is picked up now by Louth's number 8, Ellen McCarthy, coming into this game now. Ellen played the ball forward here, and Quigley, St. Bride's player, trying to keep control of it, getting in there. Moyne as well. Very busy player is Denise Moyne. And charging onto it is Lily Carter, has a second scoop at it, eventually gets it, puts it on the end of her hurl, looking to turn inside now. Moyne is on her shoulder. Moyne is going to have a drop in the ball in. This could be dangerous again. Last time something like this happened, it was an opportunity for Aoife Dillon, but eventually it goes to the left and wide. And Louth starting just with a little bit of courage, taking the game here now a little bit Offaly when they do get the opportunity. And it looks like at the moment the 2 forward lines are those that are on top at either end. Ball over on the far side. It's going to be a Louth ball. Lovely day for our Leinster finals here in Carlow. It's a mild enough afternoon, a great week of weather of course, and no sunshine just yet, but players probably won't mind too much. It's perfect idea, not a breath of wind, and you can't blame the conditions if you lose her here today, as that ball was played forward by Louth, but come off a Louth player. I think Moyne over there, she didn't expect it off her heel, and it's going to be taken by Offaly. It's her wing back, Maria Cantwell, and their joint captain from Tullamore. Gets a shot down along the line. She gets a lovely cut in it, but I have to say the surface out here has fantastic condition. And there'll be plenty of hop off that slitter as well. McGeaney going to get in there and trying to win it. Stepping back into her position there was Ella McCarthy to cover for her, but the referee says that McGeaney was being fouled. And she can take her own free, of course, overhand, played the ball forward towards Lily Carter, but Lily just wasn't able to keep the hand on it, and Sarah Meikle knocks it into the corner. Opportunity here for Offaly again to come charging forward. Is it knocked over the bar? It is, and that's a good score there from Rachel Fogarty. The Fogartys now on the scoreboard here. So Chloe's got 2 from place balls, and Rachel making that one essentially of her own. As the ball played out here towards Denise Moyna over on the far side. Mairead McMahon would obviously know those runs quite well of Denise Moyna, both of them playing with St. Bride's, and here she goes now. Denise Moyna definitely a standout player here at this minute. Lovely ball inside now, and Quigley just left it behind her. She had acres of space when the ball was coming to her, dropped it, and all of a sudden she was lit on by 2 Offaly players. And Offaly have done the needful here to be able to get the ball out, play it short, and maintain possession here now. Trying to drive forward here with it was their number 9, Tara Butler. Ball eventually given off and knocked forward here now, trying to charge onto it, but coming across and reading that well was Orla McGeaney. So the St. Bride's players really stepping up here for Louth at the minute. Knocked down into the corner, looking for the goal score there. Aoife Dillon, the Matter Granger's player, lets the ball drop, but trying to maintain possession, but Offaly get in there and they turn it over and looking to knock it long now in towards Fogarty or Gath. Gath now looking on the top of the D here again, and look at the player inside all on her own. Fogarty trying to get in there as well, but Louth, well, the defence there, half back line really growing into this game. Knocking the ball forward here. Lily Carter looking to come on to it, but it's Sarah Meikle from Kilcormac Club. Looks time to turn and knock it down into the wing forward position here, and a chance to play it forward here with Emma Nevin from St. Rhinus, giving it now to Leah Gatt, the Lusma Drumcullen player. For the second time has been judged by the referee to have overplayed the steps, and with a bit of petulance as well, he's bringing the ball forward. So free to be taken here then by Louth's number 10, Emma Nevin, or I should say Jay McKeown. Emma Nevin is on the Offaly side. The ball breaks away, and it's looks like it's Anya O'Connor looking to play this ball off now. It's Offaly 1-5, Louth a goal. Offaly got off to a strong start with Leah Gatt with 2 points and Chloe Fogarty. Then they got a goal from Andrea Kieran, but that was cancelled out a little bit by Aoife Dillon. And since then, it's been Chloe Fogarty and Sister Rachel that have got points. Ball is towards Leah Gatt here, but getting in and disrupting her enough. Full back there for Louth, Claudia Fennell, but the ball was somehow kicked away in the favour of an Offaly player. And again, it looks like it has been Rachel Fogarty that's knocked that ball over the bar, and it's another score for Offaly. Louth looked like they had done all the hard work, but then aided the Offaly forwards by kicking it in their direction. Ball out towards Lily Carter, goes over the top of her head, but might break here for combination of Louth players, and that's a good strong play there by Ellen McCarthy, the Matter Granger's player, looking to play it inside. I think some of the Offaly supporters trying to get on to the referee here, that he may be keeping an eye on the steps at this end as well. Kicked on there by Rebecca Mooney down into the corner. She's been tracked all the way there by centre back Anya O'Connor. Ball though has been kept in play by Louth, looking to knock it across. Here's Moyna, definitely the standout player for Louth, drives forward, looking to play the ball across, might work out, but it's been cut out there and well read by the Offaly defence. Lily Carter trying to disrupt the possession of Cantwell. Cantwell bats it over in the direction of Emma Nevin, but Louth looked like they thought they might have got a turnover there, but now they might have. There's 3 of them there in comparison to 2 for Offaly. They have done it, knocking the ball into the corner, dangerous ball in, but the Offaly defence come out to it, meet it before the hop, and well played there by Sarah Doherty. Offaly looking to charge out with it now. Decent clearance from the back position. A bit of a late belt there on one of the Offaly players. Referee has allowed the play to continue. She's feeling the side of her head at the minute, but I'd say it was probably accidental, as Louth get in there and win that ball back. And at the minute, the Louth half-back line disrupting the Offaly progress as that ball is played on there by Anne Quigley. Decent ball in again. Dangerous enough now that the goal scorer, Aoife Dillon, is in there hunting again, but eventually cleared by goalkeeper Caoimhe Kinsella. And the referee now calling a halt to the play because of physio is out dealing with that knock that the Offaly player did get. It was, I think it's number 8 there, Sasha Connolly from the Lusmadrum Cullen club. That after she cleared that ball, it was a bit of a knock, and just checking out. Louth probably need to get something else on the board here now for all their endeavour. Have that goal, but probably need something else now. If they were to worry Offaly in any way, Offaly would have been considered favourites for this game, obviously, but just checking that everything is okay, and it looks like she'll be fit to continue here, Sasha Connolly. So throw ball then after that stop and play, trying to get in there for it is Anne Quigley anyway of Offaly, getting in there straight away. And Cantwell in on as well. The break goes in favour though of Louth, and back to recover it there is Nicole Vulture. Over to the far side, and Vulture's onto it again and gives the pass here now to Moyna. Moyna dropping this ball in, but it's just carrying too much, and it's out to the left and wide. And Porry Dowdle just having a shot there at Denise, maybe that she just needed it. She had room, she could have held on to that ball, but she has registered now 2 wides, when maybe it would have been better to maintain possession. So ball might work out here for Andrea Kieran. Got that goal. The Shinrone player knocks it inside though. Fogarty now looking to get onto it. Gatt is inside, gone into full forward at the minute. Gatt's going to have a shot. Back of the net. Leah Gatt, she's been winding up for one, I'd say, since the start of this game. And she was moved into full forward in the last couple of minutes. And Fogarty setting her up well there. Pop pass, and then she just one thing on her mind. She was going low, and bottom corner. Goal for Leah Gatt. That brings her tally to 1-2 in the opening 18 minutes here. And that now puts a bit more daylight between them, and you'd imagine Offaly attempting to kick on here before the half-time break. Ball knocked down into the corner now. Going to drive on right here is Offaly corner forward Ava Kennedy. Plays it towards the goal scorer that's just there, Leah Gatt, looking to play the ball in, but looked like the Louth defence had it, but they've been picked up by Kennedy. Knocking the ball in. Could be another goal. Saved by the goalkeeper. Ball is batted away again. Another good save. You have to credit Mairead McMahon. 2 top-class saves. And I think the crowd showing their appreciation here. One-on-one situation, both occasions. She batted them away, and the Louth defence looking to clear it over on the far side. But good bit of play there. That should have been another goal for Offaly. But, well, the Louth custodian made sure that ball isn't going to go in. Moyna knocking the ball down with no one in a red shirt there to be able to pick it up, and it's plenty of Louth players around, and it's Cantwell knocking a dangerous ball in now, edge of the square. Kennedy is in there behind it. Keeper's got to be careful. Got to bat to it again. Charge down on the clearance, and the Louth defence now just had a little bit of a point of a struggle at the minute, looking to clear this ball again. Looking to get in behind it there is Carter. She came in for Katie McMahon. Ball is lost by them, but Offaly are swarming now, and they do have a serious advantage. 2-6 to a point here, coming up on 20 minutes gone. We're at the SETU facility in Carlow, and it's Lily Carter that's taking this ball away. Louth needing a couple of scores before the break. Ball is opportunity inside. Could get this off here now to Anne Quigley. Quigley on the top of the D, looking to hold off the Offaly player. Looking to have a shot. It's a low ball in. Dangerous enough one. Moyna looking to come onto it. Oh, it's an opportunity here maybe for Claire Ward. Batted it too far away. Has maybe taken away the opportunity, has she? Looking to play a short pass out here. Looking at, oh, that looked like a charge in. Should be a free in for Offaly, you'd imagine, but Max Malloy has the hand going the other way. And it's the Offaly player that's hurt. But she got possession of it there in her hand, Rebecca Mooney. And referee maintains though that it was foul play by her. And it's a yellow card for Rebecca Mooney. And it looks like the Offaly player is just being tended to at the minute, just keeping an eye on her. little bit high, just keeping the concern, of course, about head injuries in all sports now, especially with a hurling play as well. And I think Rebecca Mooney is just explaining to her teammate what happened, and I think it was the hurl, the butt of the hurl was a little bit high, and she was trying to hold off maybe the Offaly player in holding position, and yeah, no question, got to take care. It's not in due care of due control, I should say, of the hurl, and that's going to be a free out. I think cornerback Sarah Doherty is okay there. To see Seamus Kelly coming into the facility here. Seamus, of course, a Carlow man, but he is the manager of the Kilkenny intermediate team. As picking up this ball now is for Offaly, Andrea Kieran. Got the goal, but she's now out around the 40 at the minute. Leah Gath was sent more into full back position or full forward position. She battened down that ball here. Is Louth now got to be careful looking to find the sideline here. Would look like a bit of a nudge there on the cornerback for Louth, Deirdre Dunn, but referee allows the play to continue. McGeaney in there as well, looking to win that ball back. The St. Bride's player, but it's Offaly that has done it. Leah Gath now looking to step inside again, close on the steps, but the referee is happy to let her go this time. Leah Gath can't catch it again, dropping it in. Keeper bats it away. It's going to be a free in though because she was being fouled. And the chance, I'd imagine it's again Chloe Fogarty that will step up on this. Question about it. Louth are giving it everything here, but fortunately for them, find themselves 9 points down, and they're shortly going to be 10. So Chloe Fogarty, just the nice enough angle you'd imagine for a free taker, and sends that towards that right hand upright up and over the bar. That's our third free in this first half. 23 and a half minutes gone, 2-7 now to a goal. And 4 of the Offaly forwards have scored in this encounter. It's just that single goal for Louth that came after 7 minutes by Aoife Dillon. Orla McGeaney now, the captain, knocking that ball long, and I have to say Louth can put it together. Quigley to Carter. Carter scoops it on now. Chance for Moyna, has ground in front of her, being tracked all the way, has to pull the handbrake a little bit. Back it goes to Carter. Carter will have a think about it. Doesn't get a great connection, but it might still work out. Looking to get in there, maybe clear ward. Ball is still going forward. Shot from Louth coming in, batted away. The referee is allowing a free in, and this should be their second score, you'd imagine, trying to get in on it there. Denise Moyna again, she's the one that is causing a few problems for Offaly, and definitely a standout player here for Louth, but a free then for Louth to take the duck egg of points off the board anyway, unless she's thinking about going for the bottom corner here with that bit of artificial surface in front. Would be ideal, but it is tapped over the bar by Louth, and it brings them to 1-1. And it's a good point there for Jane McKeown. Ball breaks into the middle then for Offaly, but it's turned over by Louth. And Louth in and around that middle have got certain amount of dominance, but it's maybe just the use of the ball from the 45 in. Ball taken away by Offaly, knocked down towards Gath. It should have been possession there for Louth, but it's Gath now looking to get forward, holding off the attention of Claudia Fennell, the joint captain of this Louth team, looking to turn around against the other joint captain. Ball is knocked in, might work out inside for Kennedy, gets a touch on it, couldn't knock it around, hand pass, giving it inside to Fogarty. Fogarty is blocked down, her sister was waiting for it, but it's going to be, it looks like McGeaney, throw, hand pass, didn't really connect with it, and could have caused herself a little bit more anxiety, but Offaly are still there looking to drive forward with it now. Couple of minutes to the half-time break. Ball played with Fogarty. That's Chloe getting it inside to Gath. Gath then turns and puts it over the bar. Leah Gath bringing herself on to 1-3 from Lay. 26 minutes gone. Good link-up play there as well. Emma Nevin, I think, was involved with the initial pass also. But the Louth defence have stopped Offaly on occasion. It's just been their control of the ball after that. Ball falls in the direction of Anne Quigley, looking to drive forward on it now. The St. Bride's player looking to get a scoop over here towards Lily Carter, keeping honest here, and Carter still digging away there and keeping it away from Marie Cantwell. But Offaly have numbers, but it's opportunity there maybe for Claire Ward. Moyna outsider, could offload the pass, left it behind her a bit. Moyna's trying to get in there, but there's 3 Offaly jerseys around her. Ball is kicked away, and it could be worked out for Louth on the Offaly 65. Lovely pass across here towards Carter. Carter puts it on the end of the hurl, being tracked here all the way by Chloe Fogarty, looking to get inside, knocking it back here towards the number 8 Ella McCarthy. Ball is lost on the ground though, and it's going to be a chance there for Chloe Fogarty to knock the ball away, but it's Louth reading the danger well. Falls from her hand twice, and eventually trying to get it up is Jane McKeown. Ball is in there, but Offaly are going to try and win it back. Again, that's been part of Louth's problem, just maintaining possession. But in fairness to Jane McKeown, she comes out with the ball, knocks it forward, and it's going to be a sideline cut for Louth. And again, they're just keeping Offaly honest. It's a 10-point lead maybe, but you'd feel Louth should have a couple of more scores on the board. As this sideline cut going to be taken by Leah Marr from the St. Anne's Club. Being told exactly where to put it by match official Brian Deering. That's a decent enough cut off that. Ball breaks back though in the direction of McKeown. On the ground, Offaly looking to get in there and get the bodies around, but plenty of red jerseys in there as well. Oh, that looked a bit high again into the face of the Offaly player that was coming out. I don't think she saw it, and I don't think it was intentional by the Louth player at all. But she has got a bit of a knock back on that, and we've had a couple of little knocks now to Offaly players in the last few minutes. Just think Leah Mara was trying to do her defensive duties, but fortunately Anya O'Connor, the Native Breed player coming out, kind of turned into it. .28 minutes gone, 2-8 to 1-1. And Anya is up and raring to go again. So 1 minute the official is saying here on the sideline, so that's going to be 2.5 minutes remaining. And that free is taken over to the far side of the field. Trying to get onto it there was Offaly's number 10, Emma Nevin, but it's Louth that have knocked it down the field. Trying to get in there. You hear there an official on the board looking to get forward with it again is goal scorer Aoife Dillon. They're still in there, and Louth have broken through somehow. An opportunity, maybe Moyna getting in there as well. And when they do get in behind that Offaly defence, they are causing a few problems. Again, as I said, it's just a pity for them they haven't got enough scores at the other end. As the ball is knocked forward here for Louth. Lost there by McGeaney and Emma Nevin, but it might work out now still for Offaly point of view. But Ava Kennedy wasn't able to get to that ball, and it's going to be cleared there by Leah Marr down into wing forward position, but it's a good play by Offaly as they clear this ball forward. It's going to win the race though to the line, and it's going to be a sideline cut for Louth. So, a minute and 20 seconds remaining of this Leinster Junior Championship final between Louth and Offaly. Coming up at 2:30, it's Carlow and Kilkenny in the intermediate decider. Ball knocked long. Might work out here for Claire Ward, but it looks like the Offaly defence have it under control. Cara Hoare is there, looking to turn back out now, turn into a bit of red danger though. It's in there again, snaffling away Ward. Mine is on her back. Here's the goal scorer, Dillon again, looking to get on this ball, but just can't get the strike away. Falls from her hand, knocks it back out. Louth still coming in numbers. Have they got their second point? They have knocked it over the bar. And it's a good score from the women from the Wee County just before the half-time break. Eventually, good bit of play there by the number 8, Ella McCarthy. The Mattock Rangers player was just out of the scrum a little bit and was at the back end of things to be able to knock it over the bar. Louth come hunting again maybe, and Offaly maybe thinking about the half-time Oranges are cup of tea as Ava Kennedy comes out and gets on this ball now, holding off the attentions of two Louth players, including the captain, Orla McGeaney. Plays the ball in over the top now. This would be rather unfortunate Louth if they would concede a goal just before the break. Looking to get in here, Rachel Fogarty offloads the pass here. Opportunity maybe for Nevin to have a strike here. Ball gets away from her though, and the Louth defence, have they done enough? No, Fogarty's in there again, and has she got her third point? She has. Rachel Fogarty just on the half time. Looks like she's got her third point. Chloe has 3 as well. And the Fogartys from Tullamore doing the needful. 2-9 to 1-2 here then at the break. And it's entertaining enough fair. And, credit Offaly though. They are doing their job here and being professional enough. But Louth are giving them something to think about. But I suppose at the end of the day, the scoreboard doesn't lie. And when it's been in front of goal, they've been more prolific. And Offaly have that sizable lead here at the half-time break. 2-9 to 1-2. Rejoin us for the second half of this Leinster Junior Camogie Championship final, live from the SETU complex here in Carlow. That's all on the way. And you're welcome back here to Carlow for the second half of this encounter of the Leinster Junior Camogie Championship final. 2 changes for Offaly. Number 17, Sarah Fitzgerald, is in for Rebecca Carroll, and Sarah Meikle has been replaced by Rebecca McGarry, whereas for Louth then number 28, that is Cara McKeever, is in for Rebecca Mooney. So resulting in a free here now for Louth, and it's going to be Jane McKeown, who got a point before the half-time break, is going to have a knock at this as we attack Louth in the second half. Attack the Carlow town end of the ground here. Gets a nice strike, and that's going to drop down on the edge of the 13. Ball is batted away by Offaly, and referee says there was a foul being committed there on Rebecca Moyna as she was running out for that ball, and it's an easy free in for Louth, and running straight up Jane McKeown in an effort to be able to get up and have a look. So this will be a good start for Louth here, the start of the second half, and it is knocked over the bar there by Jane McKeown. Was it wide? Oh, down as a wide then. Okay, I apologise. I was putting it down as a definite there. So this goes to show you. So down the far end then, it's the Fogarty's looking to link up as the ball is knocked in, but it's out to the wide of the post, but it's out for a 45. It came off a Louth stick. So chance then, as we said there, kind of begging from Jane McKeown, and down the field Offaly came, and they've been able to win a 65 here. So it's Leah Gatt with this opportunity then. Strikes it good and high as she put it over the bar. The umpires seem to be quite happy to go for the flag on that. And that's her first place ball, the 45. And that comes here after 2 minutes of the second half. Leah Gatt now with 1-4 to her name of the 2-10. Ball is knocked out. Moyna trying to get on that ball, trying to kick it on there as well was McGeaney, but ball breaks away. Carter's in there as well, but it looks like Offaly's with Chloe Fogarty in there as well. Also there, Leah Gatt getting away. Number 8 was in there as well. Sasha Connolly. Leah Gatt looking to play the ball in. Top of the D. Ball breaks away from a number of players. Hops on that ground, getting inside towards Ava Kennedy. Ball is being kicked on there by Kennedy. Looking to keep driving is Ava. Ball is in there though, still for Offaly. It might work out here now with Emma Nevin. Looking to turn left and right in it, but the Louth defence, have they done enough? Looking to come out with it there. Couple of bodies trying to get in. Nevin trying to get McGeaney's holding off the attentions, and she does very well. Have to say, gets the ball out to the Leah Marr. Lets a fall over Grasstone, trying to get in there and win that ball back with Chloe Fogarty. Got 3 points from place balls in that first half. Louth look like they might be able to get out with it. But then they lost it again. There's a bit of 6s and 7s going on here now at the minute. Looking to allow this develop, and it's Moyna that somehow gets in and wins that ball and looking to play that ball forward. The referee has decided to call the play back, and Max could have maybe let that develop. Louth had a player here on this side, but he has called the ball back. So free to come from Jane McKeown. Jane gets a good strike in it down into the corner, looking for the sub that has come in, the number 28 there. That's, of course, Cara McKeever, from another player from the St. Bride's Club. Ball is knocked out towards St. Anne's Leah Marr. She carried it out over the line, though, I think, and it's going to be a sideline cut there for Offaly. So, Leinster Junior Camogie final between Offaly and Louth. Offaly well in control here at 2-10 to 1-2, but I have to say they have been kept honest by this Louth team. Ball dropping and well taken there by McGeaney, knocking it long, but not a great ball, and there wasn't really a red jersey in that direction when she did clear it, as Offaly now look to make her pay. Giving it here to Rachel Fogarty, knocking it inside. Ava Kennedy, lovely hand pass. This is a goal. It is the back of the net. Emma Nevin. Lovely bit of play by Ava Kennedy. completely unselfish, then waited for the runner to come off her shoulder, and there was Emma Nevin, the St. Rina's player, take the ball gladly and knock the ball to the back of the net. And it was a good link-up play there. Emma Nevin getting on the scoreboard, and it makes it 3-10 now to 1-5. And there's no doubt in the victory here now, but that's 5 of the 6 starting forwards to score now for Offaly. There is an injury hold up here then to a Louth player. Looks like Louth are getting ready to bring in another player, number 22. Lorraine McNichol from the St. Bride's Club. About to come in. And that's after Cara McKeever come in at half time there for Rebecca Mooney. Offaly were making the substitution. Sarah Fitzgerald, she's in for Rebecca Carroll. That was made at half time, as was number 18, Rebecca McGarry. She coming in for Sarah Meikle. So,
substitution on the
Louth team making that substitution then.
Lorraine McNichol replaces number 2, Deirdre Dunn.
So number 22, Lorraine McNichol, in then for her clubmate, Deirdre Dunn, after she picked up a knock in that goal scoring. Knocked to the net by Emma Nevin. Ball out to the middle now, and it's taken on well there. Looked like she might have got away with steps there, Tara Butler, a bit, but Louth there looking to keep driving forward. And that's a good bit of skill, I have to say, and take up on the burst and run there, the number 28, Cara McKeever. But she's kind of gone away from her clubmates, or teammates should say. It's been well worked out though by Carter to have a shot off, but it's gone to the right and wide. And that has been the one thing that's worked against Louth here today. It's just been their accuracy in front of the post when they have got the chances. Missed the score at the start of this second half, an easy enough free, and ball is played forward here now. Louth defence missed it again, coming out and trying to get there. Megan Malone, Matta Granger's player, does a lot of covering, but her clearance doesn't really go that well, and it's picked up by Fogarty. Going to have a shot. She squeezed it in. That's over the bar there from Rachel Fogarty. That's her 4th point. The score now could start going up very, very quickly here as the puck out comes from Mairead McMahon. Looked like a tap on the ankle there, McGeaney, but the referee didn't see it. Ball has fallen on the ground again. It comes off the legs of Rachel Fogarty, and it's picked up by midfielder Tara Butler, knocking the ball towards the goal scorer, Emma Nevin. Looked like a shove off the ball there. But Leah Gatt looking to drop this ball in. Dangerous ball now. Eva Kennedy's in there. It could be a tap in there. Opportunity batted across. Kennedy! She's the only one that hasn't scored at the forward yet. She just batted away by McMahon. Back here towards Fogarty. Looked like a high challenge here. It's going to be a free in. Definitely, if nothing else comes. And a chance here for Chloe Fogarty. Take her own free. Won it. But Eva Kennedy just unlucky. But well stood up by Mairead McMahon. And she's definitely saved about 3 goal scoring opportunities from Offaly to keep Louth somewhat in touch here, but that touch is getting further and further away now at this minute, and foul committed and a yellow card for Clodagh Fennell. So Chloe Fogarty, the Tullamore player, coming up to this now, decent enough angle again, I said, in 20-metre line, should be able to get it up and over the bar, and that she does. And that's her 4th free of this game. So in the 40th minute, 3-12 now to 1-2. Significant lead here, as it has been for most of the game. The closest Louth got was when they got a goal after Offaly had got their first one. Made it 1-3 to a goal, but as he said, they have been competitive, but Offaly just showing their difference here. So Jane McKeown over on the halfway line, right in front of Brian Deering. Looking to drop this ball, I'd imagine, in around the 20-metre line. Got a touch on it there, an Offaly player, but it looks like Louth have picked it up. It's Moyna that gets this ball off. Looking to charge forward there is Ellen McCarthy. Ball is knocked out here towards the goal scorer. Aoife Dillon gets away from her, and Offaly look like to have the numbers to be able to clear out with it. Looked like a bit of a charge, but the referee allowing the play to continue. Ball eventually knocked down here towards the wing, and it's going to be a chance the Fogartys to link up here, and it's Rachel looking to knock it down the wing here. Lovely bit of interchange of play between them. Andrea Kieran in there as well. Ball is lost by Gatt. It's on the ground, and it's the Louth defence that are able to turn it over there, and it's the fullback Claude Fennell that drives out with it. Gives it to McGeaney. McGeaney though didn't see Gatt behind her, and Gatt gets in, nudges a couple of the Louth players out of the way, and knocks it down into the corner position. But it's the Louth defence that have it there and are going to knock it back, but it'll give it straight away back into the hands of Sasha Connolly. She knocks it back up into the same direction, and it looks like chasing back there to get it is Jane McKeown, looking to step around the attentions of the Offaly player and drive forward with it. McKeown into the middle it goes. Moyna, their standout player, looking to get away from the attentions of the Offaly players there, and does. Knocks the ball out into the centre where maybe the wings was the place to go. Picked up there by centre back for Offaly, Anya O'Connor, the Nave Breed player I should say, knocking it down towards young Fogarty, but it's been taken away, and trying to get in possession of it here is Lily Carter. Knocked away from her, knocked away there well by the sub that's in there for Offaly, Sarah Fitzgerald, but it's picked up again by the number 5 Leah Marr for Louth over on that far side. Back it goes, looking to play on it. Lily Carter had a bit of a strike on it. Luckily she made connection with the ball as she drives forward here, loses possession, has to go backwards with it, try and keep possession of it over on the far side. Brian Deering keeping a close eye and attention. Eventually it goes out over the line, and he's given the flag in the direction of Louth, is it? Yeah, it is, and it's sideline cut that I imagine Leah Marr is going to take. She's looking for someone else to take it. And yeah, she got a decent cut on it herself, Leah, but she's left it here to Jane McKeown. Probably Leah a bit more mindful of her defensive duties or whatever, I don't know, but anyway, it gives it McKeown. McKeown doesn't get a great knock on it, but she does get it into the hand of Cara McKeever. McKeever has been fouled, but she's knocked the ball in. Dillon's inside again. Keeper has to come and win that. The referee is calling it back for that foul. And again, Aoife Dillon, if there's a half a chance at all, she's all over trying to get an opportunity to put it in the back of the net. And really, if you were the Louth team, try and feed her as much ball as possible as Louth get ready to make another substitution here. Looks like Katie McMahon, who was down to start in the programme, is going to come in. As this free taken, not a great connection, but it might still work out. Carter gets a touch on it. Moyna's trying to get across there and get it as well, trying to stop the Offaly defence clearing was Claire Ward, but Leah Gatt is over there looking to jink and jive around McGeaney. Very tight to the line, but Gatt has got away now, and she's chasing away on the end of the hurl, looking inside. Got to be careful on the steps, dropping the ball in. Kennedy is in there looking to get a hand on it, but it's been knocked away from her. And it's the Louth defence are looking to come out with it. Loose ball, but eventually going to be cleared, I thought, there by the number 22, Lorraine McKeever. But the ball has been turned over, shot off for it. Nothing here now for Chloe Fogarty. Had an advantage, and she taps it over the bar. Her first score from play, 44 minutes gone. That's her 5th in this game as Louth make that substitution. Number 4, Katie McMahon coming in for number 7.
Substitution. Number 4, Katie McMahon replaces number 7, Megan Malone.
So Katie McMahon is in then from the Cooley Club, replacing Megan Malone of Matter Rangers. But Offaly having the advantage here now with the winning the puck out and then being fouled. And it's a chance, I'd imagine, for Chloe Fogarty, or will it be Gatt? Gatt will take this. She already has converted a 45, so it's practically the same with this free. So Leah Gatt pointing in the direction of where she's going to knock it. 3:13 to 1-2 midway through the second half, and she sends it in the direction of Monacura here and up and over the bar. Leah Gatt with that free. Don't forget, coming up at 2:30, it's the intermediate clash between Carlow and Kilkenny. Ball breaks. And Louth's Denise Moyna trying to get in on that there. Louth have turned it over, have they? A bit of knock on that from an Offaly player, but it's driving onto it is Nicole Vulter, the Mattock Rangers player, giving it off and trying to charge forward again is Moyna, with the referee, or Walsh I should say, and referee says that Claire Ward was being fouled, and it's going to be a free-in and a chance for Jane McKeown, will it be, to redeem herself a little bit. Louth haven't scored in the second half. It'd be good to get that duck egg off the board. Good connection from McKeown, and she knocked that over the bar. She has, and that's a good score. It's her second of the game. Waiting on the puck out to be retaken there. Out towards Fogarty, might work out Gath, but she leaves it to Fogarty. Looked like a bit of a knock on the ankle there, but she's trying to get away from McGeaney. Is Chloe Fogarty. 5 points to her name. Is this her 6th? She's dropping it towards that left hand upright, up and over the bar. It's her second from play, 6 in all. And Chloe Fogarty is really opening into this game now. Is prospering in the little bit of room that she's found herself in. So 3:15 to 1-3. Ball breaks over on the far side. Looks like the Louth number 4 that came in there, Katie McMahon, was winning the battle, but Max has decided to throw it in. Now it looks like they have control of it, but they're going back towards their own goal, and Offaly have stolen onto it here. Looks like Tara Butler might be knocking the ball inside. It's Ava Kennedy now with an opportunity, looking to hold it off, and she's found the back of the net. All 6 forwards have scored for Offaly. Ava Kennedy being the final one, puts that ball in the back of the net. Have to say she's really stood out in this second half, been setting up a couple of scores, and she's got one of her own, shortened the grip, lovely bit of play, and found the back of Mairead McMahon's net. Lovely goal here with 48 minutes gone. Of course, Ava, daughter of Audrey Kennedy, would have been famed of many Offaly Camogie team over the years. Would have won, I believe, a junior and intermediate All-Ireland with Offaly when they went on that great run. Back now, it would be, 10 years ago or more. But it's allowed free. The McKeown is dropping in the direction. Oh, it's the goal scorer, Aoife. Going to have a strike. Back of the net again, Aoife Dillon. Every time she's got the ball, she's looked at the back of the net. I think 3 strikes and she scored 2. And it's always been in response to an Offaly goal. And you'd be saying, keep giving the ball to her. Aoife Dillon with the ball in the back of the net. Ball is inside now for Lily Carter, looking to drive over on the far away. It's Claire Ward, had it in her possession, lost it, trying to win it back here. But Offaly looked like they'd done the right thing, but Max Malloy has awarded a free in for Louth, an opportunity for them to put another score on the board in quick succession here. So Jane McKeown, Mattock Rangers player, lining up to this. This will be her 4th strike of goal. She scored 2. And she sends it in the Carlow Town direction. And she's pulled it to the right and wide. So we are live here at the SETU facility in Carlow, Southeast Technological University, in case you're wondering. And Leah Gatt has broken onto this ball. It was a lovely bit of play there by Tara Butler. Gatt now charging away from the attentions, looking to tap this over the bar, and she has. Leah Gatt. And I'd imagine Barry Kinsella is quite happy now with his charges. Forwards really have opened up in the last while. Chloe Fogarty getting 3 points in this second half. Leah Gathouse has 3, a goal from Emma Nevin and Ava Kennedy, and a point from Rachel Fogarty. Ball looking to be played forward, but it's going to be cut out there by Rebecca McGarry. Rebecca come on a half time for Sarah Meikle. Knock long again, looking to get Denise Moyna on the ball here. She's a danger player for Louth, I have to say. Looking to turn inside, shortens the grip. This will be some score, but it's dropping in on the edge of the square. Got to be careful and hold on to it there. Cueva Kinsella. And Moyna maybe again should have just taken it on another yard or two. Over to the far side now. Going to be controlled by Chloe Fogarty on a bit of a run in this second half. Knocks it into the middle. Taken on there now by Sasha Connolly. Connolly getting away from the attentions of McGeaney in the middle there. Ball is again with Fogarty. Looking to play it down here towards her sister Rachel. Rachel looking out to get away onto the top of the D. Inside the D. Going to tap it up over the bar. The Fogarty's United comes off the crossbar. Ball is breaking inside the square. But it's going to be Mairead McMahon that's going to clear. I was bigging it up there for a Fogarty link-up score, but comes back off the upright, and eventually is going to be cleared here. McKeown trying to find someone else in red, and that looked like it could be over there, the number 28, Karen McKeever. McKeever having difficulty getting possession of the ball, eventually has to go back and wins it at the second time of asking. Nice ball in towards Carter. Carter has support, but she's been hooshed off that ball by Sarah Fitzgerald. Ball down into the corner now. Looking for a bit of a run here out Gath. Gath looking to hold off the attentions of Claude Fennell, dropping the ball across the goal, but it's out to the right and wide, and you have to say Offaly haven't missed too much here today. Everything has gone right for them, and if my notes are right, I think that's their first wide of the game. After 52 minutes, I'll just tell you about how everything has gone so right for them. Ball breaks, and it's Louth that are looking to come on to it with Lorraine McNichol. Break though works out in favour of Chloe Fogarty, knocking the ball in long. Gatt has gone in behind the defence, but McMahon is alert to it, has to keep control of it, does very well. And again, credit Mairead McMahon, she's been a standout player for Louth here. Definitely the goals, there has been 4 past her, but she stopped at least another 4. As Orla McGeaney tries to get this ball forward. So Leinster Intermediate and Junior Camogie Championship finals here in Carlow. And coming up at 2:30, it's Carlow and Kilkenny in that intermediate decider. Carlow in a rich vein of form, having won their National League title. Kilkenny just bubbling along again. Wasn't a great league campaign, but of course they have in recent years been in the closing stages of the All-Ireland series. So looking maybe again if correcting matters and getting form right ahead of the All-Ireland series, which of course gets underway for Louth next week. I imagine over the next 2 weekends, of course, that All-Ireland series will be getting underway. So ball to be thrown in here at 4:16 to 2-3. It's Katie McMahon that's won that ball. Referee says that there was a foul committed on her, and it's going to be a free that Louth will take. It, again, popping up there, Jane McKeown. Louth look like they're going to bring in a trio of subs here. Well, Shane Foley's going to be busy, as will be Martin Quilty, and calling out the subs here in a minute. McKeown knocking that ball down, and foul committed. Looks like Aoife McCabe is going to come in for Anne Quigley. But this free over on the far side now going to be taken by Cara McKeever. Just on the 45-metre line. Is that a card for Sarah Fitzgerald? Just have to make sure of that. I thought I saw Max's hand go up. Wasn't sure if there was a card in it. He's waving on the subs now to come in here.
Triple substitution on the Louth team. First, number 17, Aoife McCabe replaces number 11, Anne Quigley. Number 19, Orla Brock replaces number 23, Lily Carter. And number 27, Emma Ward replaces number 5, Leah Marr.
So free is taken. We'll go through those subs just in 1 second as Offaly look like they're going to clear. The referee says it was a throw pass and it's going to be a free in and a chance for McKeown, I think, to come up and knock this ball over the bar. So the subs that have come in there for Louth, we're looking at number 17, Aoife McCabe, she's come in for Anne Quigley. Number 19, Orla Brock from Attic Rangers has come in for number 23, Lily Carter. And number 27, Emma Ward, has come in for Leah Marr. So Emma Nevin got the goal there just at the start of the second half. She's been replaced for Offaly by their number 19, Denise Connors. So both sides getting the subs in, but Pádraig Dowdall ensuring that a number of these players get experience here of a Leinster final. As McKeown has a strike. Oh, she went low for that. Under the crossbar, I should say, at least, and the ball batted away. She got some power behind it, but it was spotted late by Caoimhe Kinsella, and she batted the ball away. But it's Offaly now looking to make them pay for missing that opportunity. Knocking the ball over the far side now. Fogarty trying to get to it. McGeeney's there trying to knock it away from Gath. Gath turns back inside. Right strike over here in the direction of Andrea Kieran. Kieran looking to get inside top of the D, but she's been taken off the way that ball by Lorraine McKeever, and McKeever knocks it out, but it's going to be returned here by Butler. Butler looking to play it over on the far side. It's the player that's just come in, going to have a strike at this. Denise Connor's ball is down towards the end line. The Louth player looking to take it. The umpire is quite happy she didn't step out over that end line, but it's again Offaly that have turned it over, recycling the ball out. It's a good bit of play here. A chance for Fogarty to tap the ball over the bar, and she has. Chloe Fogarty in the right place at the right time again. 58 minutes gone. That's her 7th point of the game. We're 4th of the second half, and she's definitely rivaling anything that Leah Gath has thrown in this game as well. So the ball on the move over on the far side. 4:17 to 2-3. Ball knocked long. The player that's in, the number 27, Emma Ward. The Attic Rangers are trying to get on that ball, but it's Gath now that's looking to take it away from the attentions of Orla McGeeney. And the referee says there was a foul being committed there. And another substitution about to take place.
Substitution on the Offaly team.
Looks like number 20 is coming in. Sarah O'Rourke
replaces number 13, Rachel Fogarty.
So Rachel Fogarty with her 4 points is being called ashore. And another member of the St. Killian's club is in from the Carrick-Riverstown area. As Gath has a strike at this, and the umpire looks like he's going to signal a wide. Time now heading towards additional time, whatever that will be shortly. So 4:17 to 2-3. Louth looking to get one more score, and they'll have got the double score. They'll have scored 1-2 in both halves. Offaly trying to do the same. They'll have scored 2-9 in both halves if they get the next point. As this ball breaks, Louth looked like they had control, lost it, won it back, lost it again, and it's Gath striking this ball up good and high. It's dropping towards that upright, dropping to the left and wide. Oh, 2 wides in quick succession, and Offaly went a good while in this game without a wide, and now we've got 3 in quick succession. As Mairead McMahon at St. Bride's knocks this ball into the direction of her clubmate Orla McGeeney, the captain of this Louth team. But it's been well read there by the other number 6, and that's Anya O'Connor from Nave Breed. Knocks the ball across over here towards Chloe Fogarty. Chloe, that I'm sure will be in the running for player of the match, along with this lady that's about to come onto the ball, Leah Gath, coming in on the top of the D. Acres of space, and now they've hit 2-9 in both halves, with Leah Gath scoring a goal and 1-7 by my count there. Four in the second half and 1-3 in the first.
Additional time at least.
So 2 minutes exactly now to be played. 4-18 to 2-3. Coming on to this ball now is the full forward Kieran knocking the ball in, but McMahon knocking the ball over, but it's Fogarty that read it well and coming charging on to the top of the D, and she's just seen Leah Gatt get a point as she added another one. She has, and as I said, it's going to be, I think, a toss between the two of them for player of the match. They've been very, very effective. Midfield as well, Tara Butler and Sasha Connolly at different times. Cara Hoare, very strong full back as well. And the fact that Barry Kinsella has to be happy with all 6 of his forwards scoring. The ball is scooped on here now. Kieran is looking to drive onto it. She had Gatt if she wanted, but she's going to elect to tap it over the bar. And all of a sudden, Offaly just cutting loose a little bit here. I've got 3 scorers on the bounce. 4:20 now to 2-3 with a minute 50 seconds remaining. Don't forget, we will have the presentation live of the cup, the junior cup, to the winning captain, and that will be, of course, Offaly's joint captains Maria Cantwell and Leah Gatt. And don't forget, later on today then you'll be able to pick up our interviews that we'll have from both camps, player of the match and captains. And
no patrons permitted to enter the playing area after today's game. The presentation will take place in front of the stand. No patrons on the playing area after today's game. Thank you.
don't forget, once the presentation is over and the interviews, 2:30, it's Carlow against Kilkenny. As Leah Gatt strikes this from 65 metres out, dropping in, batted away. And that could be the last act of the game here now, waiting just on the whistle from Max Malloy. Looking to get in there and try and charge forward with it. Are the Louth girls looking to build out from the back. Good strong play there by Ellen McCarthy, but it's been robbed of her and knocked back in, and McMahon is right behind it, spotted it well, plays the ball over to the far side. Going to be taken away here now by the number 27, Emma Ward. But Offaly have turned it over again, and it's Chloe Fogarty knocking the ball down the wing, trying to get it to Gath. Ava Kennedy was looking for it, but Gath is going for the shot from a difficult angle, cross the goal, off the upright, batted in! And there it is, Kennedy has popped up with 2, and she was just in the right spot, never thought any more about it, just turn the hip and knock the ball to the back of the net after it came off the upright. And everyone else was just keeping an eye on what was going on. But it's a ball to the back of the net then for Offaly there in the closing stages. So victory here for Offaly, 5-20 it amounted to in the end. It's a little bit harsh, you would think, on the Louth team, because they did fight every bit of the way that they could. But victory here then in the end for Louth for Offaly comprehensively. And I think that ball actually just at the end there might have been knocked to the net by Denise Connors. So just to make sure we credit that correctly. But Offaly coming quite strong in that second half, moving on from 2-9 to 5-20 in the end, and Louth getting that 2-3. But Offaly just showing the class that they do have. They are a little bit a step ahead of this Louth team, but great credit to them. Final score here, 5-20 to 2-3. It has finished up here in the Leinster Junior Final. Stay tuned, we will have the presentation on the way.
On behalf of Leinster Camogie, first of all, I would like to welcome everyone today to our Leinster Camogie Junior Championship Final. And particularly, I would like to welcome you all here as a Carlow native to SETU Carlow. I just want to, first of all, on behalf of Leinster Camogie, to acknowledge and thank the support of SETU Carlow for Camogie in Leinster and the Camogie Association. Any time that I come looking to Donal McNally, the Director of Sport here in Carlow IT, and his staff, it is always made available to us. So on behalf of Leinster, once again, thanks to Donal, Christian and all the staff here who have helped us today and for affording us the use of these fantastic facilities. We pride ourselves in Leinster on ensuring that the girls play in the best facilities, and I think you can say the best facilities was provided today. I would like to acknowledge and thank most sincerely the officers and the stewards from Carlow Camogie, and in particular the young girls from the under-16 and minor squads who are here today assisting us with the stewarding of the venue and ensuring the safety of everybody. So many thanks to everyone from Carlow Camogie. Also, I would just like to acknowledge and thank most sincerely our referees and officials here today. Some of these people had to attend a national fitness assessment this morning, but there was no question about or doubt when they were asked to officiate at a Leinster final. They were all willing and able to be here. So to Max, Jason, Brian, Shane and Jason, many, many thanks. And I would ask, going forward into the All-Ireland series, that we sincerely, everybody, players, supporters, coaches and mentors, respect our referees. Because without that respect, we will have no games. So once again, Max, Shane, Jason and Brian, many thanks. Also, just want to thank the officers of Leinster Camogie for their huge work in preparing for today and on here today, and particularly to Brendan Cooper, our secretary, for all his work in administration, to Barney and Martin who are here today, and Sheila who is out at the gate also, and to Liz and all the other, Martina and all the other officers who serve on Leinster Executive. It's easy for me to lead the show when I have such wonderful people behind me, so many thanks to you all. I want to congratulate both teams on a fantastic game. Look, Louth, you come every year and you participate in our Leinster Championship, and that's what it's about. And I see the huge development work that's going on in Louth Camogie, and I want to thank you once again for being the showcase players for Louth Camogie, and wish you every success in the All-Ireland series. Today is Offaly's day, and I want to congratulate Offaly on your great win today. Thank actually the county boards from Offaly and Louth, Rita and Barry Kinsley, the great administrators that you have in your county. So before I present the cup to Offaly, I have a presentation of the player of the match for the junior final today, and the player of the match is Leah Gath from Offaly. So now, on behalf of Leinster, it gives me great pleasure to present the Leinster Junior Championship Trophy to the joint captains, Leah and Maria from Offaly. No, you have to.
Oh, one.
You have
Oh,
to.
the two.
Yeah.
You go first. Oh, no. We'd just like to thank the Carlow for giving us the pitch, obviously, and the referee and all the match officials.
Why you have one when you can have two? We'd just like to say a big thanks to our management team, Barry, Albert, Audrey, Anne and Declan, for all their hard work throughout the year. have to say they're probably one of the most positive management teams that we ever got to work over, so it makes playing way more enjoyable and you can hurl freely then. So big thanks to them. We'd like to thank Glennisk, our sponsors as well, for providing yogurts all year for Anne. She does clean us out yogurts every day. And the County Arms in Barra. And finally, 3 cheers to Louth. They're a great team. I'm sure we'll be meeting you again throughout the year, girls, and keep the head up. You're a very strong team. So 3 cheers for Louth. Hip hip. Hooray. Hip hip. Hip hip. First round's on Anne. Woo!
Yeah, up the back.
Thank you very much.
Not giving out or anything when you're doing the commentary. It's not safe.
SETU, and you're welcome to our coverage of the Leinster Intermediate Camogie Championship final between near neighbours and rivals Carlow and Kilkenny. We're live here at the SETU Carlow Arena, and it's all the action ready to get underway from 2:30. My name is Killian, Whelan, and we're bringing you the best of the action. We've already seen Offaly victorious in the junior decider, but this game promises probably to be a little bit more closer as the game plays out here this afternoon. Carlow fresh off their National League victory. Kilkenny probably not a great league, but they'll be looking to get some bit of a bounce out of this potential championship victory here to drive into the All-Ireland series. Of course, it sees an unusual situation with a Kilkenny man managing Carlow man managing Kilkenny, but that of course adds all to the intrigue of this encounter. So as I said, make sure and stay tuned to us. Plenty more action on the way when we hear from both camps. Man you see on camera is Carlow manager Peter Chapclear. Peter, Leinster final to be fought out, and a bit of silverware just over my left shoulder here to be won.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Really looking forward to it. The prize is great, so looking forward to the ball being thrown in and the game starting now.
National League victory was, I think, important for you. Made a bit of a marker on this year. You'd love to probably keep that momentum going now.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to. I mean, the National League went very well for us, but that's in the past now at this stage. We're Leinster final today, and we've worked really hard to get here. We're here now, so we want to do our best when we're here and put a good account of ourselves and get a good performance. And no matter what happens, we're into the All-Ireland series next Saturday as well. So just really looking forward to today and having a really good game.
And Carlow Camogie, you know, has had its moments in the light and the sunshine and everything like that over the years. Probably now a little bit more consistency probably needed in some way.
Yeah, it's been great this year. We've had a really good run of it. So we're just going game to game and see how we get on, you know. So each test is tougher, especially as the later on you get into the year. So big game today. We're looking forward to it, and hopefully we'll go okay.
Wish you the best of luck, Peter.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you. Andrew, welcome back here, and we're hearing from the Kilkenny manager, Seamus Kelly. I suppose, Seamus, a little bit of intrigue, of course, being a Carlow man managing Kilkenny, and we have a Kilkenny man managing Carlow. But I suppose that's what happens down this part of the world.
Yeah, look, it's a unique situation, all right. But look, I suppose between myself and Chap, we both have a job to do here today. So it doesn't really matter who's representing what county. You know, I think we're going to be in for a great battle. Chap has got a great bounce over Carlow this year. The result against Laois really showed that. You know, we've had some good results along the way in this Leinster campaign and in the league as well. Carlow are league champions too, so I'd say there's going to be two teams here going to go at it really hard. You know, there's a good winning mentality with both teams, so I'm hoping when the ball's thrown in, we're going to see a spectacle of a game anyway.
And sets of girls that would know each other from school and from college and everything like that. You know, there'll be friendships parked on this white line for the next 60 minutes or so.
Yeah, there's a lot of girls here that are in colleges together, would have been schooled together. You know, there's not much of a distance between the Kilkenny-Carlow border in some cases. You know, and I suppose I would have worked with some of these girls many years ago, and some are from my own club as well. So it's a very intriguing situation. But look, that's why I kind of know we're going to have a good battle here today, because I know the calibre of the girls Carlow have, the experience they have. Kate Nolan and Ciara Quirk, you know, you saw what Ciara Quirk did coming off the bench. Emma Cody hit 1-2 against Laois. So look, they've got plenty good players there.
And for yourselves as well, you know, again, the marrying together, Seamus, of girls that are progressing from the underage with Kilkenny, some that have also been in and around the senior kind of scenario as well, trying to marry all that together.
Yeah, look, it's there's a lot of new blood coming through there, in the likes of Rachel Brennan, Ellen Gunner and Emma Mulhaw, you know, but we still have a lot of great experience there with Roisin Phelan, who would have been around the seniors, Niamh Latty, a soldier with intermediates for a long time. So there's a nice balance and blend there, you know, and in fairness, the girls they're a great bunch. They're very, you know, they apply themselves excellently, and you know, they're here now to bring home you know, hopefully a title to Kilkenny today.
We wish you the best of luck, Seamus.
Thanks very much, lads. All right.
And a very good afternoon to you, and welcome back here to the SETU GA Arena here in Carlow. Finally appointed facilities for this Leinster Intermediate Camogie Championship final between Carlow and Kilkenny. And we're looking at Peter Chapclear's crew down there at the minute. So let's go through the Carlow team that has 3 changes to the team that is listed in the programme. Carlow, of course, fresh from their Camogie League Division 3A title victory. We'll start out with Catherine Kavanagh of Mount Leinster Rangers. It's her 4th year in the senior setup, and she is the custodian between the posts for them today. Rachel Breen, Mount Leinster Rangers. Michelle Nolan of Michel, and her clubmate Gillian Doyle is outside her in the left corner. The half-back line then, unchanged. It has Anna Breen of Lucan Sarsfields, Kate Nolan from Michel, the captain, and out to her left is Katie Gary Murphy from Nave Breed. At centre field, it's a Michel Ballinkillen pairing of Tara Wilson and Eleanor Tracy. In the half-forward line and the full-forward line, there are changes. Caoimhe Cody will wear the number 10 shirt from St Mullins. Coming in wearing number 18 is Emma Cody from Munaviug in place of Emer Byrne of Mount Leinster Rangers. Coming in for Rebecca Kelly from Munabiug is number 27, and that jersey is being worn by Ciara Kavanagh of Mount Leinster Rangers. In the full forward line, wearing number 13 will be Munaviug's Ava Sinnott. At full forward, it's the well-known and coming from a great family tradition, Ciara Quirk of Michel. And then coming in at number 17, the famed name, of course, of Ali Rustico of Michel, and she comes in for her clubmate Rianne Kenny. And the manager, of course, is Peter Chapclear. Then we turn to Kilkenny, and they have named 2 changes in their team. We'll get to them as we move down through it. It'll start out with Cliona Murphy of Kilmacow. She is in goal. Niamh Leahy of Emeralds will have number 2 on her back. At full back, it's Jenny O'Dea of Piltown, and coming in wearing number 23 in place of Katie Byrne of Dixborough is her clubmate Jane Cass. The full half-back line, should say, is unchanged. Niamh Phelan of Dixborough, Roisin Phelan of Conahee, and Hannah Scott of James Stephens, the captain, will wear number 7. At centre field, Laura Green of O'Loughlin Gales is joined this time by Aoife Cantwell from James Stephens. She wearing the number 19 shirt in place of Mairead Kennedy of Slieve Rua. Daniela Quigley of O'Loughlin Gales, she will be in the right wing forward position. Sarah Barco of Thomastown will be on the 40, and Claire Doheny of St Bridget's will be in the left wing forward position. And the full forward line could be dangerous. It's made up of Therese Donnelly of Thomastown, Caroline Kennedy at full forward of Slieve Rua, and Afton Grace, who scored, of course, 9 points in the Leinster semi-final. She's here today from Kilmacow, and she will wear the number 15 shirt. Manager is Seamus Kelly. Our officials today for this intermediate final, throwing in at 2:30 as you close in there on the Kilkenny team, will be Barry Nee of Westmeath. Standby referee will be Brian Carney of Kildare. Lines official Gavin Donegan of Dublin, and fourth official is Simon Redmond, also of Dublin. As we pause here ahead of the Leinster intermediate final for Oran Levine. So, good crowd in here in front of us for this Leinster Intermediate final. Of course, Carlow came in on the back of a victory over Laois in a high-scoring game, 317 to 316, and they defeated Wicklow comprehensively by 4-18 to 7 in the semi-final, whereas Kilkenny had a fine win over Dublin and Wexford in both of their games. Big win against Dublin, 424 to 1-1, 19 points to 5 against Wexford the last day. And that's all in comparison to last year, where Carlow lost the quarter-final to Dublin and Kilkenny lost the quarter-final to Laois. So, interesting to see how things go. Carlow, I suppose, the ones in more buoyant form. They winning the Division 3A title, whereas Kilkenny lost the Division 2A final to Cork after a replay. So about to get underway then. Barry Knee, Westmeath, the man in the middle. He throws it in and the ball rolls in the direction of Kilkenny's attack. And it's Hannah Scott trying to get onto it there as the ball broke away from Aoife Cantwell. But it's cut out there by Anna Breen. Gives it to Eleanor Tracy. And Carlow will attack essentially the Kilkenny end of the pitch here. As Hannah Scott, though, as the captain, covering back there and helping out and getting the ball into the middle where it's going to be taken by Laura Green. Green down into the corner now, looking for a little bit of a run there. And it's going to be Afton Grace. Expect a lot of her today, the Kilmacow player, looking to turn inside, lovely bit of skill, offloads the pass, opportunity still there for Kilkenny, interchange of passes with herself and Caroline Kennedy, but the referee says it was a foul pass and the chance gone a begging. And just to throw it all into the Carlow-Kilkenny mix, of course, we have Peter Charp-Cleary, Kilkenny man, managing Carlow, and Seamus Kelly managing Kilkenny, and he from Carlow, Mount Leinster Rangers fame. Subsequent free by Carlow, knocked into the 65, but it's been taken on there by Kilkenny, and it looks like the number 12 charging forward, Claire Doheny, was being fouled, says the referee, or did she? Yeah. She dropped the hurl, I think, so that's what he's gesticulating there, so it's a free out again for Carlow. So two chances Kilkenny as such to get in there and maybe make attacks on the Carlow goal, and they have resulted in foul play. Ball knocked down into the corner now, where trying to get on it is that number 27. That, of course, is Ciara Kavanagh, but it's been turned over by Kilkenny. But again, strong play by the Carlow defence, knocking the ball forward. Ball is inside, but there's no one inside in that full forward line. And it's time for Roisin Phelan to get back there, the Conahee player, and knock it over to the far side towards Claire Doheny. Doheny now on a bit of a run. Lovely pop pass inside. Strike coming from Afton Grace. Inside it goes, but it's going to be trickling out towards the left-hand side and out to the left and wide. That wide probably goes down against Afton Grace, but early stages here of the game. Both teams just feeling each other out, but Kilkenny with the ones that have had most of the possession up this end of the field. Ball breaks, and it's Daniela Quigley, the O'Loughlin Gales player, knocking the ball into the direction of Grace, but the ball has been knocked away, but still getting in there and picking it up is Therese Donnelly, as the Thomastown player got the post. She puts it up and over the bar. Opening score of the game. No messing around there. She was on to the break like a light, and Carlow could have dealt with that a little bit better, but credit to Therese Donnelly, despite the attentions of Rachel Breen, who was the player of the match, of course, in the Division 3A final, was able to knock that ball over the bar. I suppose the competition for Carlow gone up a notch here in comparison to what they faced in the league, but these girls believing in themselves, taking it on, and Emma Cody setting up an opportunity here, but Kilkenny all over that in the light, and Eleanor Tracy trying to keep possession of it, but it's looks like black and amber jerseys might have got in there and taken this ball away. Ball is lost forward there. Referee said it was a definite throw away of the ball there by Roisin Phelan, and it's a chance here, I'd imagine, for Carlow to be able to get this. Eleanor Tracy likes to take long range efforts, so let's see how she would step on this. So Carlow not committing too many forward, as maybe they look to just stem the tide in the early stages here from Kilkenny. So striking there by Tracy, knocking it in, dangerous ball, it's in the back of the net. The goalkeeper missed it. Cliona Murphy, ball is in the back of the net. Goal for Carlow here in the early stages. Ball was knocking in, it just was at a height maybe that was hard to know how to get the balance of it. The goalkeeper, it flicked maybe a little bit off her hurl and into the back of the net. Not a whole lot Kilkenny's defence there could do about that, and it's a goal for Carlow. Eleanor Tracy being accredited with that, but could that wind up the Cats a little bit as they come forward here now? But it's Carlow defence all over that at the minute. As we said, it's going to be a very tough encounter this game, and it looks like a bit of a knock there to Anna Breen. Peter Clear wasn't overly happy with the effort there, but Anna Breen is up. And chance another free to be cleared by the Carlow defence. So that goal really has stirred things up here a little bit. Hard to see when it's a mistake by an individual player, but the ball was put in around the melting pot, and sometimes those things happen. A goal for Carlow, point for Kilkenny. The Leinster Intermediate Camogie Championship final live from the SETU arena here in Carlow. Hannah Scott tight to the line there as that ball is delivered long, with the Carlow defender there again in numbers to be able to take this ball away. This Carlow team, of course, will be very, very experienced, as Hannah Scott is as well. She tried to get her hand on that ball to stop it going out, but it came off her hand, and it's going to be a sideline cut here for Carlow. It looks like Caoimhe Cody is coming across to take. Nice little murmuring around the crowd here, a decent crowd in for this encounter. Team, of course, not too far for the Kilkenny crew to travel. There's this decent cut from Cody, but it's Roisin Phelan that reacts the best, knocking the ball over the far side, trying to get Claire Doheny on it, but it's well read there by Anna Breen, stepping around now and strikes it off her right hand side. Dangerous ball, but there's a lot of black and amber in there. Carlow fans urging on their team, but it's definitely a tactic at the minute that they're just withdrawn. And probably not committing, as we said, too much forward at the minute, as they probably try to see how the next few minutes go. But bit of a breaking ball off it there now, and Kilkenny have numbers over here. An opportunity to strike forward here is Sarah Barco. Barco softens the grip on the hurl, puts the ball up way over the bar. And Kilkenny, when they have a bit of pace behind them, can set about a bit of steam here. And Barco could have kept going even there, but she elected to tap the ball over the bar. 6.5 gone. It's a goal for Carlow, 2 points for Kilkenny. Down on the Kilkenny 65, it has landed, trying to get in there, Caoimhe Cody. And it looks like Niamh Leahy trying to do her best to roll the ball up to her, gives it back towards Roisin Phelan. Ball knocked down along the wing now, looking to set loose Claire Doheny again, but it's there, maybe Afton Grace. Looks like cornerback Rachel Breen has got to it though. Steps away from the challenge and knocks it up along the wing, trying to get it there to Anna Breen. Anna takes a bit of a belt, but able to play the ball forward now. Opportunity maybe might accrue here, the way the lift might go. Hannah Scott has to come across and knock it over the wing here, but Carlow there to maybe push on the opportunity. The Kilkenny player not able to keep it in play. That's the number 10, Daniela Quigley. And again, it's another sideline cut for Carlow here. Looks like it's going to be Katie Gary Murphy from Nave Breed. She's going to take this. Looking around now for options, not a whole lot accruing, so she elects to knock it down along the wing. Comes off the Carlow hurl there, and it's out for a sideline cut for Kilkenny. That's going to be taken by their captain, Hannah Scott. Sarah Barker, of course, got that score for Kilkenny. Was a player of the match, wasn't she, in the All-Ireland minor final a few years ago? And this ball forward, blocked away there by Caoimhe Cody, but it's worked out for Kilkenny as they come charging forward again, and they seem to hunt in numbers. Niamh Phelan trying to play that ball forward, trying to get it to Laura Green, but it's been cut out there with a combination of Carlow players. It looks like Katie Gary Murphy is in there. Ball breaks again off Barco, playing it back to the Carlow girls, looking to charge out with it here now, trying to give it here to Emma Cody. Cody looking to charge forward. The referee said she is fouled, and it's going to be a free in. Of course, Emma Cody and Ciara Kavanagh, who are down listed in the subs, but have started here today, as has Ali Rustico. But Cara and Emma, of course, are two players here on scholarship with SETU Carlow, so they will know the setup quite well, playing on this pitch, I'm sure. And of course, she looks to play this ball towards Ali Rustico. Ali would have come out short. The ball is left behind her a little bit. Got to be confident now. There's a good shout, I have to say, by Eleanor Tracy to get her alert to it. But Ali is making hard work of it. She's going to eventually maybe deliver the pass, but no, the Kilkenny jerseys all over there, and just Ali not up to the pitch of the game here at the minute, it would seem, as the ball played down along the wing now. Looking for a little bit of a move here. Oh, Afton Grace plays that low ball in. It's a decent ball in. Might work out here. Off the shoulder again, but the pass, says the referee, very knee. It's happened a few times for Kilkenny now in those situations, and he's calling that pass. Free then taken by Carlow. Up it comes in this direction towards Ava Sinnott. Sinnott though was a little bit nonchalant going to it. She's going to be a bit stronger the second time. The Kilkenny attack coming in there on top of her was Laura Green. Ball is played over onto the far side. It is, of course, the Leinster Intermediate Camogie Championship final between Carlow and Kilkenny. Carlow in front due to that fortuitous enough goal from Eleanor Tracy that just got away from the grasp of Cliona Murphy in the Kilkenny goal. Kilkenny driving on though. This is a lovely, strong, slaloming run by Claire Doheny, going for her own score, but it's dropped in to the grateful hands of Catherine Kavanagh. And the Mount Leinster Rangers custodian knocks this ball long. Coming short for it here was Ava Sinnott. Up along the wing it goes. Trying to get onto this ball now and get it up at the second time of asking. Ciara Kavanagh playing it across into the central position. Ball is caught there, it looked like, but dropped. But Ali Rustico has got onto it ahead of Niamh Leahy. Going to have a strike at the post. She's pulled it out to the right and wide. Chance gone a begging. Ali Rustico with the wide here for Carlow after 11 minutes of play. And it remains on the scoreboard. A goal for Carlow, 2 for Kilkenny. And you're live on the Leinster Camogie YouTube channel. Don't forget you can comment on the coverage, whatever you want to say, on the Leinster Camogie Twitter, Facebook and Instagram accounts. As the ball was played forward there towards Laura Green, she looked to play it on, but it was the Carlow players over there that kept that ball from getting any further. But it's been picked up by Niamh Phelan, the Dixborough player, going down now, cutting loose a little bit. She's going to have a strike at the post. It's dropping in. It looks like it's going to drop right and wide. A bad effort, considering there was opportunity maybe inside. Chance gone a big in there for Kilkenny to get level. So Kavanagh in her fourth year with the senior setup here at Carlow, knocking the ball right down the middle now, looking for a break off it here. Rustico in there as well, might work out, but it doesn't. And it's delivered again by Niamh Phelan, who in fairness after missing that score back there to help out. Here's an opportunity to get away. It's a full forward, of course. Caroline Kennedy being held up, but the ball has got away there. Referee's calling it back for the original foul, and a chance here for Kilkenny to level matters up here. And definitely when that ball gets inside that full forward line for Kilkenny could cause problems. Therese Donnelly, Caroline Kennedy and Afton Grace, who had a fine semi-final against Wexford. 9 points in total. And here she is then, a chance to get level. And Afton from the Kilmacow club has put that ball over the bar after 12 minutes of play here. 3 points for Kilkenny then from Therese Donnelly, Sarah Barco and Afton Grace. The goal, fortuitous as it was, from Eleanor Tracy for Carlow. So level pegging here in the SETU Carlow. Laura Green trying to get on this ball now. Back to Niamh Phelan, the Dixborough player, playing it towards the wing forward, but the break might work out here. Driving onto it there, and there's a foul committed on Daniela Quigley. Knocking the ball in. Kavanagh's got to be careful. It's dropping just at a dangerous level. Ball is going to be cleared out, but the Kilkenny player got a knock on it. Got to be there, Katie Gary Murphy, and she takes it away. It looked like she got a bit of a nudge there on the elbow, but the referee allowing the play to continue, and it's going to be picked up here by Caoimhe Cody. Cody looking down along the wing now, driving it long, looking for a bit of movement here out of Ciara Kavanagh, but that ball won the race to the line there. As we have a bit of a stop there, they're looking for water all around the place at the minute. It is a humid enough day, not a breath of wind here in Carlow. Lovely day in the sense that the wind is not going to play a factor in the conditions or anything, but I suppose for those who might be looking for a bit of a breather, the wind is not going to give it to them. About 17, 18 degrees here the last I looked. And plenty of water being got on, and match official Barry Nee quite happy for that to happen. It's a sideline cut then, going to be taken here by Kilkenny. Allow Peter Clear to get a bit of a message to his forwards there. It looked like coming down the field to have a chat, Ava Sinnott and Emma Cody. So Carlow, as we said, victorious in the Division 3A final where they defeated Armagh. And Kilkenny, of course, losing out to Division 2A final against Cork after a replay. Good cut from Scott. The break might work out there. Trying to charge onto it. Sarah Barco. Claire Doheny was there as well. But it's read well by Carlow centre back and captain Kate Nolan. Keeps it on the end of the stick and she's still going. Trying to get away from the attentions of Laura Green. Knocking the ball into the corner. But look at the opportunity that was inside. Ciara Quirk had got away. But the ball wasn't played in her direction. She's still inside all on her own. Eventually the ball is played, but it's not going to be over in her direction. Hannah Scott is underneath it now. Being challenged there by some of the Carlow players, but getting away. The captain of Kilkenny knocking it down into the corner. Decent ball now, and here's where it might take flight here from a Kilkenny point of view, but it's good full back play there by Michelle Nolan. Nolan now in a little bit of bother. The referee said she was being fouled, and it's going to be a free out. Quarter of an hour gone. It is level here. A goal for Carlow, 3 for Kilkenny, and it's a right little tussle here in the early stages in the SETU arena here in Carlow. Thanks to Owen and Luke doing the needful here on camera and production, bringing you this streaming coverage here. As that free does not work out well for Carlow, and it's a chance for a sideline cut. Peter Chapclear trying to get some of these players to tighten it up. So again, not committing too many to the forward line, trying to stemmy definitely the Kilkenny movement in the centre. Good cut from Hannah Scott, driving it in the direction of her full forward, but it looks like the Carlow defence might have it, and it's the captain, of course, Kate Nolan, drives it out into the middle, lost there, and there's a right little hop off the ground out there. Great conditions here in the pitches. Kilkenny returned that with a bit of purpose. That's up and over the bar, and where Carlow could have had the clearance there, Kilkenny have turned it over, and that's a good score, and Kilkenny go in front and back in front, of course, having lost the lead to that goal from Eleanor Tracy. Trying to get in on it there, Ciara Kavanagh, but here is the point scorer trying to drive forward on it there, Sarah Barco, 2 to her name now in this game, and she's quite lively out there. Ball came across here in the direction of Aoife Cantwell. Aoife and Jane Cass on for the start in favour of Maria Kennedy and Katie Byrne. Ball is driven on, a lovely slalom run by Daniela Quigley, but she left her behind her a little bit, and the Carlow defence doing the needful. A chance get going. Peter Chapcleary making changes now, just positional switches going on all over the place, trying to keep players moving as there's a hold up in play. Looks like Sarah Barco, did she get a little bit of a knock in all that play, and the Carlow player down as well, Katie Gary Murphy. So chance to draw a breath here, coming up on 18 minutes gone. 4 to Kilkenny, a goal for Carlow, and as he said, that goal was a bit fortuitous after 4 minutes. Eleanor Tracy long range free that dropped in, and Cleena Murphy went to try and bat it. I think was in 2 minds, and eventually it ended up in the back of the net. That gave Carlow the lead, and subsequently Kilkenny have got in front here. So it is the Leinster Intermediate Camogie Championship final between Carlow and Kilkenny, both here on the back of decent wins in the series already. Carlow beating Laois and Wicklow, Kilkenny accounting for Dublin and Wexford. And a decent crowd in here, as he said, in the SETU arena here in Carlow. Ball played forward by Carlow, but Kilkenny have rejected that, and the break getting in there. Gary Murphy trying to get in and charge forward on it. Has to go back, played one-handed, but she played it straight to a Kilkenny centre-back, Roisin Phelan. Phelan now knocking it long. Opportunity here for Kilkenny accruing from their corner forward. Ball is knocked inside. Kavanagh is alert to it. Breaks it out to herself. Still has to come along with it. Gives it out to Nolan. Nolan just takes it away from Barco. Pushes 2 Kilkenny players out of the way. Plays it across the line here. And Carlow just a little bit frazzled. Knocked that ball out over the line. But Catherine Kavanagh had to be alert as the chance accrued there for Kilkenny's Afton Grace, and chance gone a begging. But Hannah Scott, has she taken so many sideline mauls in the game so far? I count this at about 6 at this stage, as we hold up to the physio checking out on one of the Kilkenny players who gingerly walking away, seems to have a knock on the ankle. Scott getting a touch, gets it to Barco. Barco's been held off the ball there by Quiva Cody. Ball breaks out though. Charge opportunity maybe to get out there with Gary Murphy, but she elects to go back. Eventually the ball is knocked up in the direction here of Emma Cody. Can't get her on the ball at the minute. It's a lovely ball across the field by Niamh Phelan. Chance here now to drive forward with it with Laura Green. Green from O'Loughlin Gales, dropping it in, but she's dropped it to the right and wide. And again, a Kilkenny player that could have brought that ball on another few yards. 20 minutes gone. This game not getting away from anybody. 4 points to a goal. Good ball by Catherine Kavanagh over to the far side, trying to get her sister on the ball, Ciara. Ball breaks away from her though, and it's going to be Phelan knocking it into the full forward position. Full back coming out and trying to get a touch on that, Michelle Nolan. Ball breaks to Barco. Barco's the danger woman at the minute, but it's dropped into Kavanagh's hand, and she has time to pick her spot, and she looks like she's sending it down on top of the head here of Ava Sinnott. The Munibuk player gets a touch away from Hannah Scott. Tried to get it back in the direction here of Tara Wilson. She left it behind her and Scott wins it. Here's the shout inside. Driving on here now is the number 19, and that is Aoife Cantwell. Cantwell playing it low inside, trying to get Afton Grace on it. Ball breaks away from a combination. Therese Donnelly in there as well. Still a bit of a scrum form with Kilkenny trying to drive forward Daniela Quigley, but it's Carlow that come out with it, and it's good clearance out into the middle. Ball is taken this time, first time, by Tara Wilson. Wilson looking up into the full forward position. Couple of players in there. Ciara Quirk contracted the ball. Also did Kavanagh. Ball might break though in favour of Ava Sinnott. Ball is still in there, but it looks like Kilkenny maybe have just about done enough. Referee says there's a foul committed by the Kilkenny player. That was Niamh Leahy. I think he said she was driving out with the shoulder, and it's going to be a free in for Carlow and a chance to get level. But chance gone a begging, it looked like, for Carlow, but that foul committed by the player on the way out with 21 minutes gone. It's a chance for Carlow to get level here. Hannah Scott already heading to the sideline here in the hope of the puck out as this ball is put over the bar by Eleanor Tracy. So she's got the goal and she's got the free. The goal came from a free. It just dropped in, as we said, by Cleanna Murphy. And Murphy has a chance to send this ball out now. So Kilkenny have been on top in the last few minutes. Carlow not having a whole lot of attacks, but it is level here, 4 points to 1-1. Ball knocked long. Breaks off the hand there of Carlow's number 5, Anna Breen. Ball over on the far side now. Going to be trying to get in possession of it are Kilkenny, but find herself out muscled there a little bit, Daniela Quigley. Ball is on the deck there, trying to hold control of it, Kate Nolan, and eventually Carlow come out with it, drive it into the middle now, where it's taken on by Caoimhe Cuddy. The save, Mullins player drives away from Barco, looking to shorten the grip and play it across, but Scott, lovely take and control there, plays the ball over here now towards Jane Cass, the Dixper player, trying to get it away, but she threw that ball, no question about it. And as we said, Barry Nee has been all over the hand pass here today, and it's a chance for Carlow. Maybe long range effort here for Eleanor Tracy. Eleanor standing right in front of me here, about to take this free, and a chance. She's calling for Ciara Quirk inside, plays the ball over though in the direction of the two Ciaras there, Scott and Quirk, and as Quirk got this ball off the upright and it drops out to the left and white, it would have been some score if it had went over, considering the angle that she was at. It's a wide for Carlow. 23 minutes gone, just watching back the replay, and Quirk having to come around her body a little bit to try and get that shot off, just so lucky that it didn't go over the bar. So puck comes from Cleanna Murphy. It remains level here, 4 points to 1-1. 23 minutes gone as Kilkenny come on the attack, and as I said, when they get inside they cause problems. Green looking to step inside, gets away from Nolan, settling on it, dropping the ball in. Referee is calling back the play because I think the hurl was dropped again, was it? And it's or chopped down, and just trying to see, he signalled there, but it is a free in for Kilkenny. And Afton Grace is going to come across and take. She got free after 13 minutes here. So a chance to put Kilkenny back in front here. Grace comes up to this, strikes it towards the uprights, and the umpires are going for the flag. It's up and over the bar. So after 24 minutes, Kilkenny up by a point, 5-1-1. Catherine Kavanagh with the puck out then, dropping over towards the stand side of the field here. Decent facilities, we say, here in the SETU Carlow facility here at the GA Club, and loads of different other sporting facilities around us as well, but thankfully well appointed facility here as Kilkenny tried to get forward there, Hannah Scott, and trying to stop her getting there was Emma Cody, and Cody has split the hurl and looking for her replacement as Hannah Scott gets ready to drive this in. The James Stevens player and captain of this intermediate setup. Lost it a little bit there as she threw that ball up, but she did get connection on it, driving it down into the corner. Looks like it came off helmet there, one of the Carlow players, and trying to get across and win it. Kilkenny player goes down on her knees, and that's Caroline Kennedy, but she's worked it out here now with Therese Donnelly. Donnelly got the opening score for Kilkenny, playing it in towards Barco, got 2 other scores, plays the ball into the middle, but it's Kilkenny that have coughed up possession. Carlow there in numbers and knocked them down along the wing now. Opportunity maybe here for a Carlow break here. Ball breaks for Cody. Cody looking to get inside. The crowd cheer every time she has a cut at it, dropping it in, dropping it high and dropping it over the bar. Emma Cody with a cracking effort from distance. And she might have lost one hurl, but there was nothing wrong with the second one she got. It was able to fire that ball over the bar, and at level game here, 5 points to 1-2. A cracking Leinster intermediate final at the minute. As referee sending some message to the line here, but we're getting ready to continue. There was a few stoppages, so I'd imagine we are going to see a little bit of additional time as the puck out comes from Cliona Murphy. Knocking it long and coming on to the break now is O'Loughlin against Daniela Quigley. Quigley is Afton Grace inside. Here's an opportunity now for Kilkenny if they work it out between them. 4-on-2, gives it to Grace, wasn't really expected, charges through, has to be a free out. And Kilkenny, I have to say, they messed that up between them. They had loads of opportunity there, 4 forwards against 2 defenders and the keeper, and they somehow made a mess of it. And Afton then, using her body, I think is going to pick up a yellow card here as well, because there's no question about it. She drove with force there with the shoulder. And a yellow card for Afton Grace here. And have I seen Emma Cody change the hurl again? And still was able to knock that ball over the bar from that lovely effort. And she's got her proper hurl now, I would imagine. So 5 points to 1-2, 26.5 gone, and it's Niamh Leahy that wins the ball over on the far side. Plays it down the wing, looking for Afton Grace to get a touch on it, but she's been well marshalled back there. And at the minute, Rachel Breen, player of the match in the Division 3A final, doing the best at the minute, and gives it to Kate Nolan. Nolan losing her way now. Opportunity for Barco to come charging forward on it. Looked like a bit of a chop around the ankles there. And referee is making all sorts of gestures, but eventually points in the direction that it's a free for Kilkenny that Afton Grace on the 45-metre line is going to take, and a chance again for Kilkenny to go back in front. So Afton Grace with this effort puts it high and up and over the bar. Always only tends to be one result, it seems, with this lady. Got 9 points against Wexford in the Leinster semi-final as the puck out comes in. Still tight here. Catherine Kavanagh knocking it down the middle. It breaks off Daniela Quigley. Still might work out on Kilkenny's favour. 3 Carlow players there, but getting away is Niamh Phelan, is being fouled. The referee giving advantage, and again it's Daniela Quigley who loves that slalom run, giving it here to Green, and another foul pass. Or was it? No, she caught it 3 times, I think is what he's saying. But Kilkenny many times have been inside the Carlow 45, and it's either been a mess up between them, hand pass or whatever, and they could be further ahead here. But it remains only a point, 6 points to 1-2. It's the Leinster Intermediate Camogie Championship final live from the SETU Carlow Arena here. And Peter Clear will be happy enough with these charges as this ball is played in the direction of Ava Sinnott, but it's been cut out there, and it's the other number 13 that's picked it up to raise Donnelly. Donnelly over to Afton Grace. They are the 2 corner forwards. They are well out from goal, but looking to charge this ball inside. Afton Grace puts some amount of fire behind that, but it's broken all the way to Kavanagh, and she delivers it down towards Sinnott here again. Hannah Scott goes up with her, misses the ball, but driving onto it, she might get it the second time of asking. But coming in and winning is Emma Cody. Cody's got one long range effort already, sends it over to the far side now, looking for a bit of a race here. Kavanagh is over there, gets a dunt in the back. It's going to be a free in and a chance for Carlow to get level. And I have to say, when Carlow get the ball into their inside forward line, they have an opportunity to get scores, and it looks like we're going to have 1 minute of additional time here. 2, in fact, has gone up. So 2 minutes of additional time, and we're now 30 seconds of normal time remaining. So Eleanor Tracy, goal and a point to her name so far, both from place balls. Standing up to this, a decent enough angle for her. She seems to like it, does she? The umpire has gone for the flag. It's up and over the bar. And as important as Afton Grace is to Kilkenny, Eleanor Tracy is to Carlow. And they are the two top scorers here at the minute at 6 points to 1-3. Coming up on half time. So exactly 2 minutes remaining. Ball is dug out here towards Laura Green. The O'Loughlin Gales player always available. Looking to charge forward. Definitely a high challenge. Gets the shot off. It's going to be called back. And it's an easy return of a score, you would feel, for Kilkenny. And it looks like Carlow's number 10, Caoimhe Cody, is going to go into Barry Nee's book. And a couple of yellow cards flashed now in the last few minutes. Yellow card for Caoimhe then. And there's still time here, but this could be the last effort really of a chance of a score as we head towards half time. 1 minute remaining. And Afton Grace hits this and she drives this ball up and over the bar. Time ticks on here. 50 seconds of the allotted time left as the ball is down towards Eva Sinnott. Gets away there from her, but it might fall for Niamh Phelan. Phelan gets it up at the second time of asking. Has support if she wanted from her centre back Roisin, her namesake. But it's Claire Doheny that plays the ball over on the far side. No one down in that particular area, but there's a bit of a race on now. Rachel Breen has got to get there and make connection with it. Does, and taps it over the head. Asking a bit much over the forwards or her defender to be able to help out there. And that ball gets away from Anna Breen. In there again, Rachel, of course, trying to win it. The sisters linking up. Might be playing with two different clubs, but the ball is being taken in by Kilkenny and put that ball over the bar, and that's the biggest lead that they've had. She's picking herself up gingerly there, but it's a good play again by Claire Doheny, who's been a busy player in this first half and gets a score for all the effort that she's made, and that probably will be the last bit of play. And she's receiving attention, got a bit of a knock after she hit that ball, but as you said, Kilkenny now with the biggest lead that they've had, 8 points to 1-3. Carlow being every bit competitive, and Barry Nee has decided the sensible thing to do, call the halt to the BM, because it looks like it might be a bit of an effort there for Claire Doheny. So rather than having the players standing around, let them into the dressing room. And there you have it then. So half time here, it's been an entertaining enough fair, but a game that Kilkenny definitely came out from the traps well, took their chances as such, and after 7 minutes were chipping away at things, but they still had only Therese Donnelly's point to show. As you see Seamus Kelly there just going out and having a chat maybe with his mentors before he heads to the dressing room. But Therese Donnelly was their only opening score in those few minutes, despite the dominance that they had. And then Carlow went in front with a goal from Eleanor Tracy. Long flighted free that went in. Cleena Murphy came for it, but somehow misjudged it, and the ball ended up in the back of the net, and that was Carlow in front. But Kilkenny did, as he said, try to make an effort to level it, and they did that after points from Sarah Barco and Afton Grace. But Carlow kept chipping away, and as much as Kilkenny's efforts were able to put into it, Carlow never let them too far out of sight, and at any one stage it was only no more than a point between them, which makes it here just before the half-time break. That could be a very significant factor that Claire Doheny has put them 2 points up here at the win of the break. Afton Grace is free, and Claire Doheny, all within the space of about 50 seconds, makes a difference here to Kilkenny at half-time. So as we said, an entertaining encounter in the Leinster Intermediate Camogie Championship final between Carlow and Kilkenny, but have Kilkenny hit the front at the right time. There's still a half to play, anything could happen here, but it's Kilkenny who lead at half time by 8 points to Carlow's 1-3. Andrew, welcome back here to the SETU Carlow facility for this Leinster Intermediate Camogie Championship final. It's Kilkenny in front by 8 points to 1-3. Kilkenny back out on the field. We're just waiting on Carlow. And of course, mention of the All-Ireland series, which gets underway in the next couple of weeks. Carlow, of course, find themselves in Group 2 at All-Ireland level with Derry, Wexford and Antrim, whereas Kilkenny will find themselves in Group 1 with Cork, Dublin and Galway. So a tough enough group to be able to come out of. And, fancy Carlow might be able to cause one or two upsets if they bring some of this form that they have today here. So just looking around at Carlow as they come out to see any further changes. I don't see, and same with Kilkenny. So, ready to get going then for this second half. Half an hour left, and the Carlow crowd trying to get behind them. Charges here at 8 points to 1-3. Anything is still possible. There's loads of ice cream on the go and everything here as people get ready for this second half. An intriguing encounter and probably one of the warmest days of the year so far. So, getting ready to throw the game and the ball in is Barry Nee. Brian Carney, Gavin Dunnigan and Simon Redmond are his match officials with him, and it's Carlow that have got this ball on the move with Tara Wilson. Wilson being held up there by a couple of Kilkenny players, gives it back though to Eleanor Tracy, who's got 1-2 to her name so far. In here towards Ciara Quirk. Quirk looking to play a shot across the goal, asking a lot though, and that was asking maybe a little bit too much of Emma Cody. It's a wide for Ciara Quirk, and she's had 1 or 2 in this game so far. So the puck out to come then from Cliona Murphy from the Kilmacow club. Looking down on top of the head here, Laura Green. Touch there off of Quiva Cody's hurl, and it goes back in the direction of the Carlow defence, but it's Laura Green that stood her ground and was able to play the ball cross field now towards Afton Grace. Afton, 3 points to her name, 4 points to her name, and a yellow card as well. Plays the ball towards Barco. Barco charging forward. Barco on the charge. Back of the net. Sarah Barco, having a fine game so far, has now added a goal to the repertoire. Player of the match in the All-Ireland Minor final a couple of years ago. Got inside the Carlow defence there, kept charging at Kate Nolan and Michelle, and found the back of Catherine Kavanagh's net. Goal for Sarah Barco, and that puts the cat amongst the pigeons here in the early stages of this second half. Carlow now looking to respond, having missed the chance with Ciara Quirk, playing the ball inside now, looking for a little bit of movement, need a little bit of a fight now, seeing themselves all of a sudden 5 points down, looking to get out of the hole there. Daniela Quigley, the referee says foul committed, and it's going to be a chance here then for Eleanor Tracy. The Kilkenny players are a bit perplexed as to what that was about, and Barry Nee, not happy with whatever Nee Phelan has said to him, has moved that ball in a further 13, and now it's maybe a tap over effort for Eleanor Tracy. So 1-8 to 1-3. A cracking goal from Sarah Barco, made all of her own. Lovely run. But Carlow have come down the other end of the field now, and Eleanor Tracy keeping them in contact in this game. It's their opening score of the second half. And it's back to a 4-point game. At least taking some of the impact of the goal away. Still a good bit of game to go. Cliona Murphy then, dropping it long down on top of the half back line. It's missed there by Anna Breen. Trying to get onto it there now is Claire Doheny. Doheny inside, another one in here. Daniela Quigley. Quigley settles on it, up and over the bar. Lovely score. Daniela Quigley threatened to do it a couple of times in the first half. She's finally done it in the second, and she has some slaloming run. She's able to cut in easily there, turn off her right, onto her left, back on her right, and then eventually onto the left again, up and over the bar. Claire Doheny with a big game in the first half as well. Barco now charging forward, getting away. All of a sudden Kilkenny have come out with a bit between the teeth here. Nearly got that strike off. Barker gets it at the second time, Vaskin. Taps it across. Good bit of play here. Kilkenny are on a route at the minute. Tapped it up and over the bar. Aoife Cantwell, who did start the game, getting in on the act there to drive that ball over the bar, and Kilkenny really have come out with, as we said, the bit between the teeth. 1-2 they've scored in 90 seconds of play, and they're asking a little bit of Carlow here now. 1-10-4. Ball is knocked on. Goes over the head of Cody. Trying to get on that ball there as well. Ciara Quirk, Rustico probably handing it around there as well. Opportunity though, it goes backwards. Tracy has to jink and jive around. Decent ball inside, comes off the Carlow player. Might still work out for them. Trying to get a charge across on it there, but Kilkenny look like they've got the numbers. It's Ciara Kavanagh now looking to maybe maintain possession on it. I see Quirk on the top of the D, could still be a danger if Carlow were to get possession. Kilkenny don't look like they're getting in there and trying to dig it out. A couple of players in there, and eventually it's dug out by centre back Roisin Phelan. Phelan looking to come in field. Decent ball across now into the hand of Claire Doheny. Doheny turns back in the direction of the Carlow players, so maybe she should have come out towards the stand side. Carlow have turned it over back into Ciara Quirk. Lose it, but somehow gets a flick on it. Looking to drive forward on a Kavanagh. Ball is kicked on, still going. Plays it backwards, but probably should have let the ball go forward, and it's turned over by Hannah Scott. Scott out here now in the direction of Barco. Taken away from her though by Anna Breen, but it's on the ground. The Barco's in there trying to dig it out again. Breen is in there being helped out by Tracy. Ball is won by Breen though. Nice hand pass down along the line here. 1-10-1-4 remains. Ball is lost away though by the number 27 Ciara Kavanagh, and it's out for a sideline ball to Kilkenny, and we can draw a breath here a little bit. It's only 5 minutes gone in the second half and so much has happened. Kilkenny 8 points to 1-3 in front at half time. Now 1-10-1-4 in front. That goal, a cracking effort from Sarah Barco. Ball played back there by Niamh Leahy. Up along the wing it goes. Bit of movement coming out of the inside line of Caroline Kennedy and Afton Grace. Grace looking to get onto it, looking to play the ball across, but there was enough of a touch on it there by a Carlow player to take it away from Caroline Kennedy. Ball is on the ground, ball left behind. Kennedy trying to get in there and win it again, but it looks like centre back Kate Nolan has won it here for Carlow. Plays it into the middle. Carlow defence gotta be careful with it. Hold on to it, Gary Murphy does. Plays it into the middle, but it's flicked away there. Bit of soccer style use. Barco looking to get control of it. Oh, lovely one-handed pass over to the far side. This is going to be Hannah Scott, the captain, driving it long, driving it high and up and over the bar. Kilkenny, there's been so much good about their play in the opening 6 minutes of the second half that vastly improves what they did in the first. Their first touch has been a lot better, and they're moving for one another. 1-11-1-4 now, so they have opened a substantial enough gap, but Carlow, I'm sure, will take it to them. But Kilkenny now have, just as I said, come out with the fire in the belly. But again, foul play, a technical foul there by the Kilkenny player, and referee gives the free to Eleanor Tracy. She's been told by the official over on the far side to move back, so she's back inside her own half here. 1-11-1-4. The game has changed so quickly, as I said. Kilkenny have got 1-3 to Carlow's point in the opening 7 minutes of this game. Tracy over here towards Ciara Kavanagh. She's been well marshalled, I have to say, Kavanagh, in this game. Looked like a push in the back there in Ciara Quirk, but referee allowing the play to continue, and the Kilkenny defence are able to come out with it. Ball played forward. Bit of light now starting to show for Kilkenny as that ball is driven forward there towards Therese Donnelly. Hard to believe she got the opening score of the game for Kilkenny, and probably hasn't been able to get too much clear opportunity since. But an overplay of the ball there by the Carlow defence coming out, and it's a long range effort for Afton Grace. Laura Green really having a big encounter as well. Afton Grace connects with this, but she got direction on it. No, she pulled it out to the right and wide. It just sounded, it went off for Hurley. It didn't sound correct. But it won't really matter. 4 points she has on the board. 1-11 of Kilkenny's overall total. As Carlow tried to get on this ball now with opportunity to drive forward here with Emma Cody. Cody looking to play this ball in the direction maybe of her fellow SETU Carlow representative Ciara Kavanagh, but the ball taken on by Carlow here with Avis in it, and the referee says she was being fouled. And again, you have to say, every time Carlow get the ball inside, they are causing the Kilkenny defence some problems, but they just haven't been doing it regularly enough. It looks like Carlow are going to introduce Rebecca Kelly, named to start, but Rebecca due to come on here now in the next minute or two. Just waiting on the form to be filled out. Is the free going to be taken here by Eleanor Tracy, about 50 metres out or thereabouts. Sends the ball up good and high and sends it towards that left hand upright. The umpire goes for the flag. It's over the bar, and Eleanor Tracy is the one that's keeping the things ticking over for Carlow here. 39 minutes gone. 1-4.
Replaces number 17 Ali Rosisco on the Carlow team.
So Ali Rosisco is being replaced, and it didn't have to say on occasion, didn't fall for Ali here today, so Rebecca Kelly is in for her. As Kilkenny trying to get on the attack here now, but a bit of a scrum forming. As Kilkenny drive onto it, and it's Barco again on the top of the D, and she's still going, looking to drive forward. It's actually, should say, Laura Green, was it? I think eventually got that shot in and up and over the bar. Just looking to track the number on it there, just came out of the scrum. It actually was Sarah Barco. It was right the first time. Just herself and Laura Green wearing red helmets, but Sarah Barco is having a fine game out there for Kilkenny, and that ups her tally again here after 40 minutes of action. 1-12 to 1-5. Sarah Barker now with a goal and 3 points to her name, and we'll be naming a player of the match at the end of this, and she's definitely in the hunt as this ball played across from a Carlow point of view, looking to get Ciara Quirk on it. Quirk goes down, looking to turn inside. Ciara, veteran of many a campaign, of course, looks to play that shot in over her right shoulder again. That's 3 times she's done that, and unfortunately all 3 haven't come to nothing. It's another wide for Carlow. Ciara just hasn't been able to get enough of the ball to be able to get on the scoreboard here as well. And unfortunately, the few that have come her way, she just hasn't been able to get them in the right direction. Ball breaks off of Anna Breen there, and it's going to be a sideline cut for Laura Green. I have to say credit to the Kilkenny manufacturer, jersey manufacturer, that they, over the years, would have been a big issue with reading the number on the black and amber, but very clear to me to see it. There's a bit of a scrum forming there, as trying to keep that ball was Katie Gary Murphy. Got a little bit of a knock for herself there as she was on the ground. She was illegal in what she was doing, but probably need a bit of rough play. Either the referee decides he's going to throw the ball in, and Laura Green, Barry Need telling the players around to go away. Gary Murphy and Laura Green then in for it, and it's Green that charges forward on this ball, looking to have support in there from Caroline Kennedy. Elects to go for her own score. This will be a cracking effort. Laura Green, fine score. She's having a big game for Kilkenny as well. But really, whatever was said at half time in the Kilkenny dressing room, the opening quarter of this game was they've really kicked on here. I suppose it is often referred to as the championship quarter. It's a part where games are often decided, and maybe, just maybe, that Kilkenny getting ahead just before half time gave them that little bit of confidence going in at the break, that just keep trusting the process, as Tara Wilson does very well for Carlow there to get that ball forward, which she was being fouled, and it's a chance again, I'd imagine, for her midfield partner Eleanor Tracy to come across and take this free. Eleanor is 1-4 beside her name at the minute, of Carlow's 1-5. The other solitary point coming from Emma Cody. It was a fine effort after 26 minutes that put Carlow level. So Tracy about 7-8 metres in from the sideline, just outside the 45, drops this ball in. She's a fine free taker, no question about it. Lovely technique. And here now, after 43 minutes, give something maybe to Carlow to fight about, but the 7 points is going to be a lot to rein back in here, if they were to think about it. Cleona Murphy over the far side, well taken there, coming across. Cueva Coyote driving on now, keeping it on the outside. Got to be careful with the sideline, but gets the ball inside towards Synod. Synod looking for a range. This will be some score if it went over, but it's gone out to the left and wide. Chance gone a begging. Wide for Ava Synod there. As Kilkenny get ready to make a substitution. And it looks like number 21, is it? It's a sharp puck out taken by Cleena Murphy, and a chance for Kilkenny to drive out. Got to have support here now if they're going to take it away. Down along the wing here from Niamh Phelan. And it is going to be number 21 that's going to come in, and that is Ellen Gunner. But it is Anna Breen that wins it. Seamus Kelly has the hands out, wondering what about a foul play, but referee's happy for it to continue. Driving forward with it here is the Carlow number 8, Tara Wilson. Now over the line it goes. Referee says it's going to be a sideline ball for Carlow, and it is going to be number 21, Ellen Gunner, then going to come in for Caroline Kennedy. Helen Gunner Conahee has been doing well for this side as Carlow get ready to make another change also. That'll happen in the next break of play. I think the sideline cut going to be taken here by Caoimhe Cody. Carlow going to introduce number 22. That's Ava Lawler. Ball breaks and it's going to be Laura Green taken away from her, but coming in onto it is Roisin Phelan. Phelan looking to offload it again. The pass. And the crowd wondering about it, but to me, I saw it from here that pass wasn't legal. So, in fairness, Barry Nee's been on top of it today. So, 21 for Carlow going to be replaced. Well, there's no 21 for Carlow that was in there. Number 22 is in.
Ava Lawler replaces Ciara Kavanagh on the Carlow team.
Yeah, 27. So, Ciara Kavanagh has been replaced. And Ava Lawler is in. (1:13, 1:6) then. Ball over the far side now. Kenny stamping their authority all over this game, especially since the start of the second half. It was at one stage 6 points to 1-3. Got 2 points just before the half-time break, and really came out then and took the game to Carlow, getting 1-2 in the space of 90 seconds. As this ball is down here towards Afton Grace. And number 21, of course, it's in Ellen Gunner. Tara Wilson been in the game a lot in the last few minutes, giving it over here to Rebecca Kelly. Rebecca Kelly driving it in. Ball is on the edge of the square now. Anything could happen here, I suppose, when it gets in towards the number 22 that's in there. That's, of course, for Carlow. They come in Ava Lawler, but it's the Kilkenny defence that have turned it over. And maybe she's just not up to the pitch of the game when it came in, but it just got away from Ava there. And again, maybe a chance gone a big one, because she had a scenario where she could have been in 1-on-1. Ball knocked down along the line there by Rachel Breen. Again, blocked away. Carlow, in fairness, have kept Kilkenny honest here, no question about it in this game. But something maybe that you have to remember, that Kilkenny maybe might be just a level above Carlow at this point in time. Although they will be competing in the intermediate championship, both teams, of course. Kilkenny win with Cork, Dublin and Galway. Carlow in with Derry, Wexford and Antrim. So it's 1:13 to 1:6 now. Ball is knocked forward again. Kilkenny looking to ring another change in the next minute. It looks like number 20 is going to come in, and that's Emma Mulhall from Conahee. Another Conahee player about to come in. As the ball goes over on the far side, it's going to be a sideline cut for Kilkenny, and that change about to take place. So Afton Grace is going to be taken off.
Number 20, Emma Mulhall, replaces Afton Grace on the Kilkenny team.
So Emma Mulhall in. And Afton, 4 points in the first half. A fair tally to have in a Leinster final. Did have 9 points in the Leinster semi-final. Afton going off over on the far side, and the sideline cut then to come from Kilkenny's number 7, Hannah Scott. She's taken an awful lot of side cuts in this game. Ball breaks, and it might be an opportunity to get in here for Claire Doheney. Doheney, oh, look at this, slalom left, right and centre. Ball is heading. Oh, would have been some goal if that had gone in, but it's out to the right and wide. Seriously impressed with the movement of Daniela Quigley and Claire Doheney on occasion. And chance there, but wide it goes down as, with 48.5 minutes gone. 1:13-1:6 on the board it is. Ball about to be knocked long, straight into the grateful hand of Anna Breen. Knocking it long here now, looking for Ciara Quirk maybe to get on it, but she's been marshalled there by the Kilkenny substitute just in. Laura Green again going to be a standout player and in the running for the player of the match award here. Green knocking it long down into the corner. Good take and turn there now by the number 13 Therese Donnelly. Donnelly is going, jinks to the left, still going Donnelly, shortens the grip, but it's well done by the Carlow defence and a chance for them to break out. Laura Green standing strong up against Kate Nolan, but the referee says that Kate Nolan fouled the ball. She was overplaying, and I don't know about that one, I have to say. No question about it. Laura Green stood her ground across the front of Kate Nolan there, but Barry Nee saw it as steps, and there's going to be a chance for Ellen Gunner. So the free taker, Afton Grace, might be off the field, but Ellen Gunner knows the posts are as well, and she about to take this free. Gunner sends this towards the uprights and up and over the bar. Ellen Gunner then with the point, and that comes from a free here then after 50 minutes. So 1:14-1:6. As you said, that spell at the start of the second half. 2 points before half time, and then the 1-2 in the 90 seconds. That opened a significant gap. Carlow were causing Kilkenny a few problems, but realistically they just weren't able to stop the onslaught that hit them in the first 5 to 6 minutes of the second half. Ball played forward now. Laura Green trying to get on it. Being held up though, tried to play the pass and thought she was fouled there, I have to say, but play allowed to continue. The referee says that there was a foul play by Carlow. It's actually Sarah Barker was the one that was fouled there going forward. It was Laura Green trying to track back to disrupt the move. 1:14-1:6 it remains, with Hannah Scott about to take this free. 9 minutes, and it looks like Kilkenny will be bringing the Leinster Intermediate Trophy back to the county this evening. And a good send off. Oh, lovely take there by Therese Donnelly. Pops the pass back out here to Sarah Barco, dropping the ball across. Could still work out. Got to be careful here, Carlow defence. One-handed, playing that ball down along the line, but it's going to be an opportunity to return the ball by Nee Phelan. Phelan pops the pass here to Claire Doheney. Doheney back outside it goes over the head there of Laura Green. Green is told to leave the ball by Therese Donnelly. Therese Donnelly was told to leave the ball by Laura Green, and Green goes in and puts the ball up and over the bar, is what I was trying to say. And Laura Green is definitely in the hunt now for this Player of the Match award. She just had such an influence on this encounter and definitely wanted that score. And she's got 2 points now in the last 10 minutes. Told Therese Donnelly to leave it. Ball has been cut out there, and Ellen Gunner right in line with that upright. It's tight though. It's out to the right and wide. She's cutting out the Carlow puck out there. 1:15-1:6.
Mairead Kennedy replaces number 19, Aoife Cantwell, on the Kilkenny team.
So direct change there. Aoife Cantwell come in for Mairead Kennedy at the start of the game, and now she replaces her.
Katie Byrne.
And Katie Byrne is coming in for Nee Phelan. So Seamus Kelly running the bench now as well a little bit, giving these players a little bit of time ahead of the All-Ireland series. As ball breaks, Kilkenny looking to get their hand on it there. Full back Jenny O'Dea to come out. Jenny here, of course, I believe forwent a family holiday to be here today. Hope she gets to catch up with them at some point in the next while. But she's here lining out anyway for Kilkenny, and I'd say she's done a whole lot wrong. Ball breaks in the middle, gets away from Green, but it's picked up by Roisin Phelan, and then she gives it to Scott. Scott, this would be some score if she was able to knock it over the bar. That's a cracking effort from Hannah Scott, captain of this Kilkenny team. 2 points she's got in the last 10 or thereabouts now. And Hannah Scott with a fine effort getting onto the move there that involves a number of players. Roisin Phelan setting her up, and she was on the shoulder coming off it. Knocks the ball over the bar. Ten-point lead, and the Kilkenny crowd are still arguing over a sideline ball. The field should be theirs, but it's going to be taken by Caoimhe Cody. 116-16 as you can see on the screen. Ball played inside. This of course coverage of the Leinster Intermediate Camogie Championship final, and they're Kilkenny on for a double. Won the senior title against Dublin. Look like they're in charge here and going to win the intermediate title against Carlow. Already victorious were Offaly, who defeated Louth in the junior decider. Carlow a little bit too intricate there. Ball has been turned over here by Doheny. Doheny giving it to one of her colleagues there on the top of the D. I think it was Therese Donnelly. It fell out with Donnelly's hand. She's still fighting for it though, but just coming in on it now. Ellen Gunner. Look at Laura Green out here standing out of the traffic, looking to disrupt that ball. Does a little bit, and Carlow eventually get their hands on it with Gillian Doyle getting the ball backwards. The ball knocked long. Asking an awful lot there of the Carlow forwards, who look like they're visibly tired in the last while. Kilkenny still full of running. Opportunity to knock this ball up and over the bar, and that it is. It's gone. That's where it has been for Kilkenny a lot in this second half. Long distance effort and a good score as Kilkenny get ready to run the bench again.
Number 28, Tara Ronan, replaces Danielle Quigley on the Kilkenny team.
So Danielle Quigley puts a fine effort over the bar and gets called ashore. She's done her bit. That's her second point as well. And number 28 has gone in there. That's Tara Ronan. Tara played in the semi-final. Tara from the St. Bridget's Club replaces Danielle Quigley then with that fine effort, as we said, 117 to 1-6. Daniela also had a fine game. Will be in the hunt for the player of the match. Ball now drop back towards Emma Cody. Got a fine effort in the first half. She's got a fine effort in the second half. Fortunately, just from Emma's point of view, we didn't see enough of her on the ball. And after 26 minutes, would you believe that was the point that she put Carlow level at 6 points to 1-3. But then Kilkenny with 2 points before half time made it 8 to 1-3. And as we said, the start of that second half was really where it all turned in their favour. Ball breaks off of a couple of players there, but it's going to be Carlow's cornerback Rachel Breen that plays that ball forward. Referee is calling it back though for the foul that was committed on Rachel, and a chance for Eleanor Tracy to deliver a long ball. Or is she going to leave it to one of her defenders? Looks like it's going to be centre back Kate Nolan that's going to take this. Captain of course of this Carlow team, who I'm sure despite the loss might be going into the All-Ireland series buoyed enough by the fact that they've in a more positive place following their league victory, but up against a Kilkenny team that will have designs on an All-Ireland title. Are in a tough group, I have to say though, but anyway, they still will have thinking about it. Rachel Breen trying to play that ball forward, was cut out by Kilkenny. A chance maybe to get Barco on it, but the ball breaks away from her and it's taken on there by the captain Kate Nolan. Still going, she is hauled back there. It's going to be a free, and just inside the Kilkenny 65. Eleanor Tracy probably will be thinking about dropping this in around the house. There's 2.5 minutes of normal time remaining. Not too many options inside, only 3 Carlow forwards to the 6 defenders that are in there. With similar circumstances where she got the goal in the first half, dropping it towards that post. Ball is broken away and it's out for 45. And the Kilkenny defenders came out there, took ownership of that, but didn't follow through on the action. And again, Eleanor Tracy now with the 45. The ball here now with Eleanor Tracy and a fine tally of scores here. 1-5 she's got for Carlow. Has a strike on this, dropping it in and over the bar, brings them on to 1-8. 4 points in the second half here from Eleanor Tracy. $117 to 1-8. Player of the match we'll be thinking about shortly. Eleanor Tracy definitely in the hunt for that. Along with nods towards Kate Nolan, Rachel Breen on occasion. But I think all the nods ultimately are coming from a Kilkenny direction. Is driving forward on this now is Emma Mulhall. Going to get a strike off. It's out to the left and wide though from Kilkenny there with a minute of normal time remaining. Carlow bringing in a couple of subs now. So number 28 is coming in there for Carlow. And that is Ava Kiernan. The Ballinakillen. So Leanne Nolan from Michael replaces Eva Sinnott from Winnipeg. So all the Nolans on the field now. Well, there's one more on the bench as well, but plenty more of them out there. As the puck out comes from Catherine Kavanagh. 117 to 1-8. The break falls now here towards Ellen Gunner. Gunner has a shout inside, gives the pass off. Knocking the back there though came from Tara Wilson onto her immediate opponent Mairead Kennedy. Mairead, who was down to start but was replaced by Aoife Cantwell, but was subsequently replaced her a few minutes ago. But again, you're looking at key players for Kilkenny today. Likes of Sarah Barco, Danielle Quigley played very well, Laura Green, Roisin Phelan. Stand-up players as Ellen Gunner sends this towards the post. It's up and it's over the bar from her. That's Ellen's second point. We're now into stoppage time. I didn't see the clock go up as regards how long we have left. 2 was it? So we're well in. Minute and a half thereabouts left. 118 to 1-8. Significant tally for Kilkenny in the second half. 1-10 they've scored so far to Carlow's 5 points. It was all about the opening stage, as I said, of that second half. The championship quarters, they so often refer to it. Therese Donnelly getting this ball back out at that ruck. Looking to get inside. Advantage being awarded. And here it goes, Sarah Barco. I thought he could have let Sarah Barco go there. But
and spectator, if any rubbish, there's rubbish bags at the front of the stand. If you could bring your rubbish and put them in as you leave. Thanks very much.
So Ellen Gunner standing over this chance since she came on to get her 3rd point of the game. So I know Afton Grace has been so important for Kilkenny with these frees, but Ellen Gunner is a good one to have on the locker as well. As she puts that ball over the bar. Ellen Gunner, a point here on 62 minutes. 3rd point of the game. As we head into the closing stage here. 119 to 1-8. Ball breaks, but chance to drive forward there with Mairead Kennedy. Down into the corner it goes. Therese Donnelly was full of running in the opening stages and is still full of running. Got the opening score of the game for Kilkenny. Looking to play the ball across now. Opportunity could still knock here for a score. It's a shot coming in there from the number 20, Emma Mulhall, but it's gone out to the left and wide. Still we play on, although Barry Nee is looking at that watch. I'd say could be looking to call for the ball any minute now. Catherine Kavanagh plays the puck out. It didn't go well, fell to Therese Donnelly, but that score won't count because Barry Nee was in the process of the full-time whistle. Done and dusted. 119, 1-8. Kilkenny very, very clever and effective in the second half. How to say off their opponent, and it's a Carlow man over the Kilkenny team that goes down to a Kilkenny man over the Carlow team to shake hands, all pleasant and everything like that. Both lads that would know each other, and fine victory for Kilkenny here. 119 to 1-8. It has ultimately finished in this Leinster Intermediate Camogie Championship final. It was all about that opening quarter, was where things worked out in favour of the Cats, showing some of their experience. The likes of Danielle Quigley, Sarah Barco, Hannah Scott, all chipping in with scores in those opening stages. That goal, of course, from Sarah Barco, a thing of absolute beauty, made all of her own, and then getting away from the Nolan sisters to get it beyond Catherine Kavanagh in the Carlow goal. And it was a fine goal to set it up for any final. 1-9 to 1-8 then. It has finished here. We're giving our player of the match to Laura Green. We felt she was someone that really directed matters throughout the whole game, but especially in that championship quarter was such an influential player to direct Kilkenny in the ways of victory. So there you have it for the minute. Don't forget we've the presentation to come. Do stick around for that. But it is Kilkenny who've completed a senior and intermediate double in Leinster. Victorious here today against Carlow, when earlier on Offaly defeated Louth in the junior decider. So presentation to come. Do stick with us.
If we could get the two teams in here at the front, please. On behalf of Leinster Council of Camogie, first of all, I want to welcome everybody here to the final of our adult championship, the intermediate final of 2023. I want to particularly thank SETU Carlow for the use of their facilities here today. We always in Leinster pride ourselves on our players playing in the best facilities, and I do think that the best facilities that we could provide was provided today. So to Donald McNally, the governing body of SETU Carlow, many thanks for affording us the use of these fantastic facilities today. I would like to thank the executive of Carlow Camogie and all the squad players of the under-16 and minor team who are here today to assist with running the venue. I'd also like to thank the referee from today's game, Barry Ney from Westmeath, and his officials, Brian Carney, Gavin Dunnigan and Simon Redmond. And at a time when it is so difficult to recruit referees, I want to acknowledge the wonderful referee panel that we have in Leinster. Some of these guys were doing their national fitness test today, but when the call was made to them to know were they available, they made every effort to be here today. So once again, and I would ask everybody going forward to respect the referees in the All-Ireland series, because if we don't have referees, we will have no games. So once again, Barry, Brian, Simon and Gavin, many thanks for today, and to Barry's umpires. I also want to thank the Leinster officials who have been working now since February on the provincial championships, and today brings down the provincial championships at adult level. We've had a hugely successful adult championship at all grades. So I want to compliment the county boards in all counties, and indeed the coaches, the players, the management teams for a wonderful Leinster Championship 2023. First of all, I just want to offer commiserations to Carlow. It was great to see you here in this final today, the first since 2019, and you gave one hell of an effort today. So to the management and the players of Carlow, as always, I'm proud as a Carlow person to see you wear that jersey. So well done, and next year. And to wish ye the best of luck in the All-Ireland Championship, which begins next week. Since I became chairperson of Leinster Camogie, I suppose I've presented more cups and trophies to any team than to Kilkenny. So congratulations, girls, on another fantastic victory today, and to wish you well again in the All-Ireland series. So before we present the Intermediate Championship, I just want to present the Player of the Match award for today's game, and the Player of the Match from today's game is Laura Green, Kilkenny.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks very much.
And just before I present, I just want to acknowledge the wonderful team that I have behind me of the Leinster Executive. Without them, we couldn't do what we've done since February. So there's three of them standing here in front of me. The Vice Chairperson, the Chairperson Tuffa, Sheila Norris is also here somewhere, and our esteemed Secretary Brendan, who has been very busy over the last number of weeks. So guys, thanks a million for all your support to me over the last number of months. So without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to present the Intermediate Championship to Hannah Scott from Kilkenny.
Two of them. Jesus, two's better than one, I suppose. Right. I'll keep it short and sweet. So, just first of all, I'd like to thank the college there for the facilities, absolutely top class. The refs, the officials, everyone who was involved for the setup today. Thanks a million. You played. You organised it well, and it was free flowing game. So, thanks a million for that. Secondly, then, just commiserations to Carlow. You put up a great game today, great fight, and you really have shown yourselves what you've been working on all year. So keep it up, and best luck in the championship. So 3 cheers for Carlow. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. And just finally, then, to the girls and the management lads, thanks a million for all your hard work so far. We're not finished yet. We have championship coming up now, so keep it up, and we'll go far. Thanks.